by any means necessary. Hell, I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you remember I said, the last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary.
He knows how to sell right there. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So,
She's still got a sense of humor. Right?
and I think in New Hampshire,
certified salute, roll call. We got it right. Certified to the sky, FBA all goddamn day. What it is, what it do, family. Y'all know we had to set it off right. You know what I'm saying? We had to go ahead and who's going to get roasted today on the front line so we can go ahead and bring it the way we do. One love. But y'all know before we go anywhere, we got to set it off right. Y'all, please give me that FBA roll call. Let me know where you at. Let me know where you tapped in from, because today we're going to do some serious work, because we got serious business to attend to. So with that said, let me slide on over to the comments and let me see where everybody's at. Let's get it right here. Yes, we right here in the building. Yes, we do. Got it all day long. We're going to get to it, family, because what I want to do today, I want to get to the brass tacks. I want to break it down, because what is this? What is this whole era about? This whole area is all about reparations, lineage, heritage, and culture. That's what we all about. That's the type of time that we on. So I want to bring it to the roots today. I want to talk about the root work. I want to talk about every single thing that we on. VA in the house. I see you all day, VA. Yes, indeed. I want to break it down. Las Vegas. I see you as well. Certified salute, FBA. I want to talk about this era and everything that's going on, but I want to bring it back because, you know, things sometimes can get convoluted. Sometimes things can get lost in the sauce. Things can get mixed up, and we start talking about everything else. This is all about us gatekeeping our culture, and this is all about us holding it down. Salute to B-More, Columbus, Ohio. I see you. Southside Chicago. I see you. Memphis. I see you. It's all about us, family. It's all about us and us holding down what we create and what we represent. So y'all know anytime FBA starts holding down what we create, there's going to be a whole bunch of people who want to jump in, who want to get involved, who want to pretend to be us, who want to act like us, who want to take what we created and put salt in the game. They want to give the game a black eye, but we don't do that. What we're going to do now on this episode, family, we're going to let everybody know that the African-American, gone. The people of color, gone. Don't know where the hell they at, can't find them. The minorities, gone. All of them, gone. It's going to be all about us. It's going to be all about our culture and what we say go. So they're going to have to run the check. They're going to have to cut the check because we coming for the check. And in the process, we going to get to the money. And in the process, we going to regulate. So when you regulate and you get to the money, it's a good goddamn day. And that's the type of time we on. Y'all seen what's been going on. Every single day, there's a new person from a new group and they represent. Salute to my brother Sage. I see you, family. Everybody knows that the whole world wants a part of our culture. What's it been for the last year and a half, family? It's been somebody from some other group trying to say either they're a part of us or they're half FBA or they're a quarter FBA or they're all black brother come home or we people of color minority, and we just been sending their asses out. Sending their asses out. That's what we've been doing, and we're going to continue to do that, and that's what we're going to specialize today on this episode. Kamala Harris, she going to get that G-check, okay? Drake going to get that G-check, all right? Nobody is going to disrespect our ancestors. Nobody is going to disrespect our lineage, and damn sure nobody's going to disrespect everybody in this room that is certified. So welcome back to the Black Alpha Network with that rollout, family. It is time to get to motherfucking work. Yes, indeed. So during this election season, family, we've been seeing a lot of people come out trying to say that they us, trying to say that they got, you know, some type of claim to what we've been doing. We've been seeing folks say that they black, they half black, they ain't. All of that is going to get laid on the table because remember, it's not what they say. It's what we say. Whatever we say goes. They can say whatever they want. We make all the rules and we mold the way we choose to. So what I want to do, family, I want everybody to understand that in this era, in this time frame, we're not falling for it. We've seen the past before. We know what it's like when someone runs around here and they cosplay foundational Black Americans and don't ever work out. This is how you end up with the people of color. This is how you end up with, the can't we all get along and all lives matter. What we're going to do today, fam, is that we're going to let everyone know that either you are one of us or you not. There ain't no in between. There ain't no half stepping. Okay. This is FBA to the core. This is all about our lineage, our heritage, and our culture. So we're going to pull out some receipts like we always do on the Black Alpha Network. We got some big ones. We got some spoilers, and we're going to drop them. So anytime you see somebody running around, family, and they start saying how Black they are and Black this, Black that, but then you turn around and you see something like this right here, family, this lets you know who's really about that life. I'm sorry, family, but that individual right there is not Black. Okay, you can be melanated, don't make you Black. You can be Black, it don't make you FBA. And we're going to go ahead and put some lines in the sand so the whole goddamn world know what time it is. Because no longer are people going to run around here and try to run with what we create or try to get in on our culture because they ain't never helped us. Y'all name me one group that has ever assisted us anywhere. Tell me. Somebody tell me right now, who has ever helped certify foundational Black Americans? I'll spot you the whole planet Earth. There's not one soul that has ever assisted us in doing anything that we've ever created. We done did everything that we did, all this greatness by our goddamn self. Ain't nobody ever helped us. And that's the beauty of it, family, because we don't need nobody. We don't want nobody. As long as I got my certified sisters, we rock it. As long as I got my certified brothers, we rock it. So when you start seeing Kamala the cop or collard green Kamala, or one day she's Indian, the next day she's Black, she's been jumping in and out of our culture, family, like hopscotch. She's been running around here. One day she's trying to tell us that she's from the civil rights era and she's from Oakland. No, she's not. Okay. She tries to run around here and say that she got FBA roots. No, she's not. We done seen this woman's birth certificate. Okay. Ain't nothing foundational about anything she does. So, but she still runs around here and she tries to proclaim that she's one of us, family. And we are going to put an end to that. So there's been a whole lot of ruckus. There's been a whole lot of issues going on in that Democratic Party. And I want the whole family to know right now, I don't care if every single off-coded coon goes and votes for the Democrats. All it takes is about 5% of us to not vote for the Democratic Party, and they're going down. Be honest with you, really probably only take about 3%. So I see people saying, well, folks are still going to vote for the Democrats. The coons can vote for them all they want to, but they're not going to fool the certifieds. And we have the power. Whatever we say, go. I mean, look at it. Everybody got to talk about reparations now, right? Because of who? Us. Everybody got to talk about tangibles now because of us. How many times have y'all heard the term foundational being slid into conversations? You starting to see folks saying foundational European, foundational Mexican, foundational Democrats, the foundation of America. They only saying that because the foundational Black Americans, our words, our dialogue, everything that we say is being grabbed on by everybody else. But that's cool though, because everybody else is going to have to follow suit. So the Sister Girl Act, the I'm Black today, but I'm not. The I'm going to lock up Black people, but somehow I'm going to play some type of hero for the Black community. Mr. Joe Biden, you ain't Black. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. Kamala ain't Black. All right. If Joe Biden can tell people that they ain't Black if they don't vote for him, the certified foundational Black Americans, we can say that Kamala Harris ain't Black too. That's what it is. And don't let nobody shame you neither, family. Don't let nobody come around and tell you, oh, you can't say that. That ain't nice. We're not here to be nice. Remember, fam, the code does not care about anybody's feelings. You're not here to be nice to nobody. We're here to get results. We're here to win. We're here to execute. Anytime brothers and sisters get on that nice stuff and we start trying to appease people, we end up with folks like Kamala Harris that lock up Black men and women for truancy and then turn around and say how she's some type of, hero for the community. We ain't going for that, family. That ain't the type of time we on. We are going to regulate to the full. We're going to G-check and we're going to gatekeep this culture. And we got the keys to this house. Can't nobody come in because it's all about us. So as you see right now, a lot of folks are saying that Kamala Harris might get dropped from the Democratic ticket because she ain't performing. But let me dig it out a little further, family. The reason why that is the case, people are saying that right now is because Kamala Harris is not performing. Okay, Kamala Harris is performing with the Democrats, and she has the worst. I'm talking about not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm talking about number one. She's got the worst complete approval ratings for any vice president in modern history, and that's some fucked up stuff because we got some real bad bad vice presidents, and she's getting the worst ratings. Why is that, family? That's because of us. I'm telling you, the main reason any of these politicians have these meltdowns, these breakdowns on national TV, family, that's all because certified foundational Black Americans ain't letting them get away with anything. You know how? Let me tell you this, family. The reason why we ain't letting them get away with anything, because you can't say something today and then say something tomorrow. You can't say that you down and then tomorrow you flip-flop on us. So as we've been pulling out receipts on everybody, because that's what we do, I got a receipt right here, family. This shows you again, and we're going to go 100 miles an hour. Y'all smash that like button. This is what we're going to do. On this episode of the Black Alpha Cast, we're going to go full speed. We're going to drop 1 million receipts, and we're going to let everybody know that this election season, this country, and this whole goddamn world is going to bow down to FBA because that's the only way. Give it up or get that shit took. I want y'all to see this right now. Everybody runs around, they say sister girl, right? Sister girl, Kamala, right? This is Kamala Harris right here, family, telling everybody that she ain't no sister girl. She's telling everybody that she is an Indian woman. Y'all listen to this right here, and it's going to give everybody the real facts on what time it is.
What we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people
You
we're
do.
related already,
Yeah.
so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so were you raised eating South Indian food?
Notice what she said, family. She said, you look like the entire one half of my family. The lady starts off and says, you are an Indian. And Kamala says, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Notice that she only says that black stuff on the campaign trail. She only talks about being anything of blackness when she can get some votes. Right here in her personal time, she's talking about her people. She's talking about the food that they eat. She's talking about the things they do. She's talking about their culture. She ain't talking none of that black stuff. As a matter of fact, look at her face. Look at her whole demeanor. Everything about her is flipping up. This is what she does. She is black when it's time to get votes, and then she's Indian or everything else whenever it's time to be personal. Listen to this again.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street,
Notice that lady said, I don't think anybody knows that. Notice that. She said, I don't even think people know that you're Indian. Why is that? Because they've been trying to promote her as if she's some type of black person, some type of FBA, and we all know she's not.
everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people
You
we're
do.
related already,
Yeah.
so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food. Lots of rice and yogurt, potato curry, dal, lots of dal, idli.
Yes, Italy.
Whoa. Hold on, family. No. I ain't seen no collard greens in there. I thought that was collard green Kamala. I thought that was Miss Collard Green. That's what she told us. She told us that she was Miss Collard Green. I ain't seen no collard greens. I ain't seen none of that. What I saw was somebody who relates to Indian culture. That's what I saw right then and there. I ain't seen nobody talking about anything that has something to do with FBA. Are you surprised? Hell to the no. You ain't surprised. That was somebody right there who started breaking down all this Indian culture. This is somebody who relates to complete non-FBA culture. But when it comes to us, it's, well, I was walking through the airport in South Carolina with collard greens. I'm telling you, that's all they do. You got collard green Kamala, you got hot sauce Hillary. This is what we're talking about. They literally come around us and they change the way they talk. They get a goddamn black scent when they show up. This woman is non-FBA. She's non-black. And I don't care what anybody says. And people can run around and they can try to sell us all the type of things that she does. We've seen it during the whole election. And brothers and sisters in the black grassroots, you can rewind 4 years ago. We were saying that she was going to be black until it came votes, and then she was going to flip-flop. We know exactly what they were doing. We know exactly the type of time she was on, and we've seen it day to day. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to say it again. Family, what we noticed is that when she starts fronting, her voice changes. Whenever she starts talking about us, she's got a whole different demeanor. She actually starts trying to talk hip. She starts dancing. All them bad dances we seen her doing, we know what type of time that was, family. That was nothing more than somebody who was trying to cosplay our culture. Now, you seen her right there telling everybody that she's Indian, right? We just sat there and saw that, okay? This was her. Everybody knows it. She was trying to say how she was Indian, this, that, and the other thing. But the reason why that lady said, no one knows you're Indian, because they sold her as a black woman. Look at some of the headlines, family, that came out. Let's rewind. Let's look at some of these headlines just from a few years ago, family. And you're going to see straight up and down that they were selling her like she was some type of black person. Look at this, family. I want everybody to notice. Look at the headlines, family, right here. You see Kamala Harris. Right here, family. You see. Stop seeing the goddamn ad. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. Right then and there, family. Here we go. Kamala Harris officially becomes the first black woman to be a major party's vice president nominee. But look, that's the headline. But look, soon as you start reading the inside, family, she starts trying to change it up. California Senator Kamala Harris made history Wednesday night as the first black and South Asian woman to accept a major party's vice president nomination. That's funny, though, because that's not what the headline said. The headline said, black woman. I told you, they know when to put black in the headline and then put every single thing else in the details. One more time. Kamala Harris officially becomes the first black woman to be major party's vice president. That don't say nothing about Asian. That don't say a goddamn thing about Asian. That don't say nothing about anybody else. But when you go back down the list, right here, it says black and South Asian. So what are they doing, family? They're flipping it. They're letting everybody know that anytime it comes votes, they're going to slide black in. But then they're going to flip-flop and they're going to backtrack whenever it's convenient. That's exactly what happened right there. And that's why a lot of people were running around here trying to see that, is this woman really black or is this woman really Indian? Now, family, we have all of us seen the birth certificate. Nobody listens to the Certified Black Grassroots, but are we ever wrong? Are we ever wrong? Yes, indeed. Performative, political buck dancing. That's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what they do. We've seen it all the time. And once again, we ain't never wrong. Anytime we say something, you can take it to the bank, you can cash it. Ain't no coincidence that the same community that is owed reparations, well, we're going to cash that check. We are the same community, family, where we're always right, and we be cashing receipts. Receipts and reparations, that's what we do. Look at this right here, family. It's the same exact thing. One more time, double back. You see the headlines right here. Kamala Harris, right here. You see it, clear as day. Kamala Harris to make history as the first black woman president, right? Vice president. You see it right there. One more time. You see how they put it in the headlines. But look, CBS News projected Joe Biden will become the 46th president, making Kamala Harris the vice president-elect. Her next position needs to be up first. She will be the first vice president, the first black vice president, the first Asian American vice president. See, there we go again. Once again, the details says black vice president and Asian vice president. But when you go back up to the headline says Kamala Harris, the first black woman vice president. You see how they know how to flip-flop. You see how they know how to change it. You see how they know how to spin it. That's all they do. So anytime you see a headline that says first black, fuck that. Read the details. When you read the details, that's when you're going to really see what time it is. And when we started reading the details, we see this woman not only identifies as non-black, this woman not only identifies as non-us, non-FBA, because she tries to act like she's FBA. And remember, family, we got to remember a few years ago, they were trying to sell us that she was FBA until we started saying, no. We know about your Jamaican roots. And then she was like, well, I kind of am, but that's not really, important. They tried to sell us that, but we ran it back on them and we, dropped all the receipts like we always do. Check this one out right here too, family. When you look again, tell me, where do you see any foundational black American culture in that whole picture? Please tell me. Tell me. I want to know, like, where's FBA at all in that picture? I don't see it. I don't see it at all. This is how she grew up. This ain't us making it up. This is her. This is what she's on. This is her type of time. Somebody tell us where FBA culture is in that. You don't go from that right there to collard greens. You don't go from that right there to Tupac and Snoop Dogg. And by the way, she said she was listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg in college, but yet Tupac and Snoop Dogg were in goddamn middle school, okay, when she was in college. So she was lying. She said, what up to Phife Dawg from Tribe Called Quest? Phife Dawg passed away years ago. This is a cosplayer. This is someone who ain't about our culture. And as a matter of fact, she spent more time locking up black brothers and sisters, which we're going to get into, than anything. This right here is somebody that we have rejected. And I'm telling the world, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work at all. Straight up and down. This right here, family, is someone from the line of the Democrats that they tried to give us Barack Obama. Okay, we rejected him. That ain't work. And then they said, well, let's go get us a woman, Barack Obama. That's the whole game plan. That's her whole agenda, family. She was supposed to be the first woman Obama. All right. They sold us Obama and we ran him off the block. Gone. Like, can't even see him no more. So they said, let's go give us Kamala. And then now we're running her off the block. Why do you think there's so much turmoil in the Democratic Party? The reason why there's so much turmoil in the Democratic Party, family, is because of us. She's not working the way that they thought she was going to work, because we've been going back, we've been peeling up receipts, and we've been seeing every single thing she says is a lie. Every single thing she says is fronting. Every single thing that she says, family, is something that we can pull back and say, nah, that didn't really happen. Nah, that ain't true. And I'm going to play you another clip real quick, family, and I want everybody to see this right now. This is her again. She is the one saying that she is non-FBA. This ain't us making it up. We're the ones out here really calling it for what it is. We're the ones really out here saying the truth. And as always, we're the ones speaking truth to power. So you got to watch these people who come around and they try to put on that FBA jacket. I always say that FBA jacket does not fit. That FBA jacket is too big for these people. I told you we're going to go 100 miles an hour, family. I got another one for you. Check this out. This is her right now telling us about her people, her community, and watch at the end, fam, how she tries to slide in a little something for her community and doesn't mention us one time. Listen.
My grandparents were phenomenal. We would go back to India like every
We got you, Collie Green. Here we go.
other year. My grandfather fought for and was a defender of the freedom of India. When I was a young girl, being the eldest grandchild, my grandfather would take me on his morning walk. All of his buddies, who also were great leaders, they would talk about the importance of fighting for democracy and the importance of fighting for civil rights, and that people would be treated equally regardless of where they were born or the circumstances of their birth. Get out there and fight for the best of who we are. Those walks along the beach in India really planted something in my mind and created a commitment in me before I even realized it. It has led me to where I am today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my true, distinct pleasure.
Family, y'all hear that? Ladies and gentlemen, my true, distinct pleasure to bring to you today the Vice President Kamala Harris. Notice, family, ain't no FBA involved. And I'm not really seeing too much black. I see a little bit of melanin, but I don't see no black. And this is what we're talking about. And look at the pride. Look how she talks. Now, when she talk about us, which I'm going to show some receipts here in a minute, let's turn up. But when she talk about us, we see the vitriol, we see the spite, the jealousy, and the envy. But look at the pride. Look at the happiness. Look at the way she's speaking about her people. Completely different.
To introduce the first senator of Indian American heritage in the history of U.S. Senate.
Please join us and text South Asians to 70785.
Right there. By the way, fair use. Fair use, fair use, fair use. And regulating in the meantime. Check that out right there, family. Check that out right there. What do you see? Have we got any of that? Or do we get some, if you think I'm going to sit here and talk about black people, no. I'm not going to do a damn thing for y'all. No. Y'all don't deserve anything. No. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is not what applies to us. Therefore, she is not one of us. I don't give a damn if you wear some Converse, some Timberlands. I don't give a damn if you put on a hoodie. I don't care if you get a fitted hat, a bandana like Tupac. You are non-FBA and you are non-BLACK. Point blank, period. And that's just the type of time that we're going to have to stay on. And that's what we're going to have to do. Because if we don't, family, I'm going to tell you, if we don't regulate these folks on a serious level and we don't gatekeep on a serious level, I'm telling you, we're going to look up and there's going to be so many people. We talk about immigration all the time right here. We talk about the way they fly people in. Notice in the Democratic Party, they've actually been doing an erasure in the Democratic Party and getting rid of some of the non-FBA people from yesterday and bringing in new non-FBA people. And they're getting rid of some of the homegrowns and bringing in some talent. Barack Obama, okay, non-FBA, all right, sliding him in. Kamala Harris, non-FBA. The press secretary lady, the chick from Haiti, non-FBA. The Barack Obama 2.0 that Hakeem Jeffries sees or whatever his name is, he's non-FBA. All of these folks be non-FBA and they starting to slide them in. Look at that right there. This is what you get when you start dealing with the Democratic Party. Not only are they out here trying to run that type of gambit on us, they're also out here trying to run that gambit on their own folks, family. Now, when I showed y'all that APA, AAPI, or whatever, A, C, D, E, F, G, when I showed everybody that little summit that they had, the little meeting that she went to, by the way, mind you, family, none of that ever came our way. All right. None of that. There's no black grassroots meeting. They act like we don't exist. But as soon as she was elected, after Joe Biden started writing laws for everybody, this is what happened. I want everybody to see this. Notice, family, they kept this from us. All right. This went down and nobody really spoke about it. It didn't really get a lot of play. All right. It didn't. No one really talked about it. It was kind of quiet. By the way, y'all see Jeezy's ex-wife in there? You see her? It's the far left. If you're looking at it from my angle, you see her in there? Yeah. Okay. This is what we're talking about. These folks will ride our coattails all day long until it's time for them to look out for their people. Yes. So this meeting right here was what she came to the very first month in which they were in full access, family. This is what ended up happening. They signed up for this and then they went. This is directly for her people. When we were saying that she was going to ride the coattails of foundational Black Americans to get elected, and as soon as she got elected, she was going to start doing for other people, look at the screen. We don't lie. The Black grassroots, every one of y'all in the chat, smash that like button. All of y'all, we tell the truth and we speak it. That's why we always correct. They can get mad, they can hate. We don't give a damn because every single thing that we say ends up coming true. Look at that right there, family. That exactly is what we spoke about when we said that they was going to flip-flop and they was going to try to flip it on us. And they was going to say, well, you know, Black folks, it was fun acting for a little bit. It was cool talking about collard greens for a little bit. But now let me go serve my people. Now, a lot of people don't know, family. They kept that hush. Like I said, they did not talk about that. That was a quiet little hush-hush meeting. This is what you got when you were dealing with Kamala the cop. All right. When you start dealing with Kamala the cop, by the way, she's only Kamala the cop with us when she's locking up Black people. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Either way, family, when you started getting that, you got that type of energy from her. Black folks, we got the complete opposite. I'm telling you, when it came down to it, we got a way different agenda. There was none of those meetings. There was none of those get-togethers. None of that came down when it was real time, okay? When it came down to certified foundational Black Americans, we were the ones who got the gambit. Now, she came out a couple months after that, family, and started putting out pictures like going to, you know, eat, and she had these little get-togethers with all these people who were non-FBA, okay? Notice how, when you look at this picture right here, and I got receipts, got so many receipts, family, we're going to have to keep up with them. This is what happened literally soon as she got elected. Y'all remember this picture? Tell me if y'all remember this picture or not, okay? Right there. This is what happened when Kamala got elected. Y'all see the W woman, all right? Y'all see Kamala. We already know she is, according to her. Look at the Black woman in the back. Now, mind you, remember all them HBCUs that was running around saying that she was one of us and we finally got one in the office? Y'all remember all of that representation, seat at the table talk? I see a table, but I don't see no Black people being represented at the table. As a matter of fact, I see the Black woman way in the back. A lot of people don't remember this picture. We're going to pull it out. We're going to go into the archives. A receipt, remember this, family, a certified receipt does not have no expiration date. It goes on and on and on. Look right there at that picture. That is exactly a microcosm of the Biden administration, Kamala Harris, and the Democratic agenda of benign neglect. None of the people that were out there jumping up and down for her during the election in 2020, none of them ever mentioned this picture. They acted like it didn't exist. All of those folks that are out there jumping up and down for her right now, they're acting like this did not exist. We know that it exists because, I mean, we're looking at it. And by the way, that sister got her arms crossed. Doesn't that look like a damn slave movie? That looks like a slave movie. So when we say they out here running that same game on us, family, you can see it in real time. We ain't making it up. Everybody tried to deny, but we was on it certified way right there. So you see who she was serving. We see it off top. And that ain't what they told us during the election. Nope. They told us a whole different game. But that's all right, though, because as long as we're here, as long as we all in the certified building, family, they can't pull none of that on us. They can try, but it will never, ever work. So already in this first 30 minutes, family, we have her telling everybody that she's Indian, okay? We have somebody else saying, damn, we didn't even know you're Indian. We seen the headlines saying the first Black vice president, okay? The first Black elected, the first Black nominee. But then we looked at the actual details and you've seen everything except for Black. We see a picture of how she was treating a lot of those sisters that voted for her. We see it all right there, and that's in the first 30 minutes. We got receipts, and it don't play. This is why they can't stand us. This is why they hate us. That's why Roland Martin beeping all over the place. That's why Al Sharpton, his goddamn hair blew back in the wind. They are upset because the wave that we on is knocking everything over. And they can't stand it because they remember a day when they used to just get this stuff off. They used to be able to say what they want to say. They'd be able to do whatever they wanted to do. And now we do not let them because we are that thorough, family, that thorough. And all it takes is receipts. See, they leave documentation and then they get mad when we pick it up. It don't work that way. You can be mad. I mean, shit, you can be mad all you want to. Go ahead, get mad. It don't matter. But at the end of the day, family, you're going to be mad, and certifies we're going to be over here getting to that work. Now, y'all remember when Breonna Taylor was harmed? Okay, when George Floyd was harmed, Ahmaud Arbery, Rashard Brooks, this is all in the summer of 2020. You know, when the Democrats came and hijacked all those protests and turned it into vote blue no matter who. You remember how she was running around talking about now with the good president, how they were going to bring some justice and they was basically going to end racism and start helping black folks. Y'all remember that, right? And she was saying how she relates to all the mothers and she relates to all the black mothers. Everybody out there, okay? We all of us, okay? All of our sisters in the building right now. Salute to all my certified sisters, okay? I want y'all to see this right now. This woman was running around saying that she relates to all of you with a black son or a black daughter. Does that look like somebody who relates to somebody with a black son and a black daughter? I'm just saying, that's her. That's what she go home to. That's what she go home to every night, family. That's who she go home to. So while she's sitting there doing that right there, she was turning around and telling our sisters, well, you know, I relate as a mother and I relate to your pain as a black woman. Let's not forget it. It wasn't just the HBCUs that she was trying to run that hustle on, all right? It wasn't just hip hop. It ain't just when she put on that dashiki, family. She was also trying to pull the I relate to you as a mother, as a black mother. She was trying to get on the phone with Trayvon Martin, mama. She was trying to get on the phone with Mike Brown, mama. She was calling them all up when George Floyd was calling for his mother. She was sitting there saying how she relates. Does that look like somebody who relates to anybody with a black son or a black daughter? Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Nope, nope, nope. And by the way, to her husband, Willie Brown says hi. And that receipt is coming, family. We're going to drop that here in a minute as well. But you see, this right here is the type of time that she's on. So if somebody, let me ask y'all this. If somebody's living like that, and that's their life, do you think she's really relating to anything that we deal with? When we got to talk to our young folks and tell them be cautious, be careful. You think she's relating to Breonna Taylor's mama? Do you think she's relating to Trayvon Martin's mama, so on and so forth, Corinne Gaines? Do you think that she really genuinely has some type of empathy or sympathy or relation to them? Hell to the no. Hell nah. But that right there is what we've been peeling back. Now notice, family, oh, they didn't like that. Oh, no. They didn't want to see that come out. They was trying to keep that hush-hush. They didn't like us even making that point. That's why, again, family, they cannot stand the black grassroots, and that's good. It's our job to make sure that they hate us. I want them to hate us. Oh, God. I'm telling you right now, family, the more they hate the certified black grassroots, the more we own game. The more we own game, the more we win, the closer we get to reparations. I know that they was upset. You know, they didn't want that to come out. They just wanted to live in this nice little happy all lives matter world. And we kept saying, well, hold on now. Look at that right there. I'm just letting everybody know, family. I'm just letting everybody know. You know, either way, we're going to get to the truth. We're going to get to the reality. And everybody's going to see that when we say something, we put it down in the real way and they cannot change it. So that right there is what she went home to every night. Not to mention that she was also hanging out with Mr. Joe Biden all day. So she hangs out with Mr. Joe all goddamn day long, kicking it with Joe, her and Joe, best friends, best busty, everything. Bussy buddies, you know, the whole nine. I said it. All of them was hanging out, okay? And then next thing you know, she goes and she starts writing laws for everybody except for us. Family. Do they really think that is going to work on this era? It ain't. It ain't happening. There ain't no possible way, family. We have been exposing that every step of the way, and we will continue to expose that every step of the way. It does not matter. So when you start looking at collard green Kamala, and by the way, that don't look like collard green Kamala. That look like unseasoned mashed potatoes Kamala. That's who that look like. That look like Brussels sprouts Kamala. All right. But I don't see nothing FBA related at all when I look at that picture. All right. Point blank period. And, you know, we understand that, you know, she was kind of dealing with some brothers on her way to the top. But, you know, we ain't going to really break all that down. We're going to talk about that on another time. But family, I want y'all to see this as well. OK, everybody has to check this out. while she was running around here, family, and trying to cosplay us, and she was trying to act like she was down for us, and she was representing everything that we was on, you've been seeing now a lot of these Democratic shills, they've been coming out, family, and they've been real upset, and they really talking to us. They want to make it look like they're talking Democrat, Republican, but I promise you, family, they talking about us right now. They keep saying, y'all got to vote for her. Y'all got to vote for her. Y'all got to vote for her. And they know damn well. They see the numbers, family. They look at all the poll numbers, and they understand that the poll numbers are showing that we have no interest in her. And people like us who pull out these receipts are really making it go back further and further and further and further. Y'all look at Al Sharpton, family. Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton just came out, family. And Al Sharpton was telling everybody why y'all got to be mean to her. Y'all need to not underestimate her. Please be nice. All of the above. Watch Al Sharpton right here, family, and watch the way he's getting upset because we ain't rocking with his girl, Kylie Green.
Kamala Harris should not be underestimated. Who on the Republican side can make a better argument that they could be governing and be president if it came to that? And I don't think it will, because there's nothing wrong with Joe Biden. But if it came to that, who could say that they could govern better than Kamala Harris?
Fair use, by the way. Fair use.
DeSantis? Nikki.
As a matter of fact, it's so fair use. We're going to rock that just like that. Checkmate.
Kamala Harris should not be underestimated. Who on the Republican side can make a better argument that they could be governing and be president if it came to that? And I don't think it will, because there's nothing wrong with Joe Biden. But if it came to that, who could say that they could govern better than Kamala Harris? DeSantis? Nikki Haley? So, I mean, if you've got biases against a woman of color in Kamala Harris, Nikki Haley's a woman of color. Or what are we going to do? Oh, Vivek Ramaswamy? He's the guy we want to hand the country over to rather than Kamala Harris. I would take this head on because the comparison.
Please. First off, he's talking about taking it head on, brother. Okay. First off, Al Sharpton is upset right now because he knows that we are not supporting Senator, Vice President, any form of Kamala Harris's career. That's today, that's yesterday, and that's tomorrow. He also understands that nobody's rocking with Joe Biden. So they're trying to do this whole game of getting mad at the Republicans, but they're using the Republicans as a proxy for us. If he could really get mad at us, he would. But they're in this stage, family, where they're trying to get us to support them. So they don't really want to go there with us right now. So they got to make it look like they're mad at the Republicans. And they're also trying to pull the, if y'all don't vote for us, then the boogeyman is going to be in charge. And we ain't going for that either. What are they going to do? Because there's nothing that they're doing that's working right now. There's nothing that they're doing that's working. It's the same game.
Harrison won't stick when you do a head-on size up.
Now, when you start looking at it further, family, you start looking at it further. Why do they got to do that? Why do they got to do that, family? It's because they understand that their movement of, all lives matter. Can't we all just get along? We all in it together. Man, black folks have pushed it back. That last election, 2020, okay, to be honest with you, family, I feel that there was some finesse that went on with that anyway, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But when we start really looking at it, family, and we start really understanding how that last election played out, man, we really know deep down that Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, the whole Democratic Party, they had to pull everything they could. And that was really the final straw. That was really the final straw. Nobody was really on them after that. After that, fam, they all kind of fell back. They fell back, and now they realize, like, damn, what we going to do now? What are we really going to do now? Because deep down inside, black folks ain't rocking with us no more. Black folks have seen every lie. They've seen every game. They've seen every hustle, con game, and trick bag. What do the Democrats have now? What happens when Kamala don't work no more, family? What happens when Barack Obama don't work? I'm telling you, they wanted Barack Obama to go on for the next 500 years. That's what they really wanted. They wanted us to fall for the Obama for the next 100 years. Obama lasted, 8 years? Be honest with you, soon as he got out of office, black folks was really done with him his second term. So they can't use him. Barack Obama gets paid to come around us and give speeches, and he don't move nobody. Matter of fact, look at Obama's crowds. His crowds really don't have black people in them. He has a bunch of non-black people in his audience. Why is that, family? Because we ain't rocking with him. And he knows that. And the same thing is going on with Kamala in even a worse fashion. Nobody's rocking with Kamala Harris. Nobody's rocking with Barack Obama. All these first blacks that they try to sell us, all these all lives matter, can't we get along candidates, ain't none of them working. So when you strip that away from the Democratic Party and they cannot con or hustle us anymore, what do they have? Nothing. They got bad poll numbers, and now they got people talking about kicking Kamala Harris off the ticket. I've never in my life seen a vice president even being threatened to come off the ticket. So you know things done got hard. Now, is she being threatened to get kicked off the ticket because of the Republicans, or is it because of us? See, at the end of the day, the Republicans ain't gonna vote for them anyway. So why is she really being threatened to get kicked off the ticket? Because the black grassroots. They see that they're not galvanizing the support. And they looking right now, black folks are saying, no tangibles, no vote. So what are they doing? What are they doing? They saying, you know what? We just going to sit here. We're going to lay back and we're going to try something. And it ain't working. So y'all know when things ain't working, they got to pull out Mr. BBB Roland Martin. Y'all family, I know a lot of y'all seen this, but we're going to have to do this because y'all know I got to roast this dude because this is what I do. Look at Roland Martin right now getting mad at us because we do not call her a foundational black American, and we say that she melanated, but she ain't black. Listen.
And so what we as black people, and this is why I'm doing this segment, when a bunch of y'all watching and listening, and say a bunch of y'all do this with Vice President Kamala Harris, but she ain't really black.
Wait. Hold on, family. I'm sorry. I got to do this. I got to go there. Notice how she said, this guy, Roland, he said, we as black people, when he's trying to use blackness against us, but then immediately he pivots into y'all. This is what I said. I always say this. When you black, you don't have to say we. You don't say as a black person. I don't walk into a room and say as a black man, okay? You're black, you ain't got to say it. That's what it is. He only tries to use the term black and say we when he can weaponize it. And then he flips back into the y'all. So notice how he says we as black people and then y'all, BB, y'all, BB, y'all, BB. Then he starts trying to flip it into y'all. Why is he doing that, family? Because he's having a temper tantrum that Kamala Harris and his Democratic agenda ain't working. And I told you, when we do not vote for the Democratic Party, they all go to the unemployment line.
And so what we as black people, and this is why I'm doing this segment, when a bunch of y'all watching and listening, and say a bunch of y'all do this with Vice President Kamala Harris, but she ain't really black, she Jamaican and she Indian. Well, ain't that something? Y'all claim.
Right there, he just said y'all. He said y'all 3 times. I thought it was we. Which one is it, Holand? You're lying again, Holand. I know you're thinking about that quarter pounder with cheese that you're going to eat when you go to commercial break, okay, Holand? I know that. I see it. But Holand, be real. You're really upset because you done got that call from Zaddy and they want to know why those Democratic poll numbers are in the trash with black people. So you are being a scapegoat and trying to come at the black grassroots. Ain't you learned before in the past, Holand? It don't work that way. You need to have a value meal and sit down because that's about all you're good for.
Claim Harry Belafonte as black, but he got Jamaican roots. You claim Colin Powell as a brother, but he got Jamaican roots.
Colin Powell? Who was ever walking around saying, y'all know Colin Powell? That's my brother. That's my brother, Colin Powell. Colin Powell, who gave the speech that sent us to the Iraq War. Yeah, nobody was claiming Colin Powell. Matter of fact, his own Republican Party, George W. Bush, threw him under the bus. We ain't come save him. No, we didn't. So no, nobody's claiming Colin Powell, homie. I know that works for your lie, but it ain't happening.
Oh, y'all love claiming Eric Holder, but he got Barbados roots.
Eric Holder? Eric, I ain't never done nothing for black folks. Eric, I had all the power to do something and didn't do a goddamn thing. Wait a minute. Hold up. Freeze. Wait a minute. No. I got to talk to the family on this one. Who was claiming Eric Holder? Who was claiming Eric Holder? Nobody claimed Eric Holder. As a matter of fact, we looked at Eric Holder and Barack Obama is one of the same. 2 folks who didn't do a goddamn thing for foundational black Americans. Now, mind you, look at all the people that were harmed on their watch. As a matter of fact, I'll take it a step further, y'all. The dominant society uses Eric Holder against us. Every time they got some issue, they say, well, y'all had Eric Holder. Why are y'all complaining? Eric Holder had all the power. Y'all get mad at us? How can you get mad? So nobody rock with no Eric Holder. It's to the point where Roland Martin is so desperate that he's literally just drawing names out of a hat. Nobody's rocking with him at all. Eric Holder, please. Man, you got to try Roland. I know you thinking about that goddamn Popeye's chicken, all right, or that Church's chicken, or that KFC chicken, all right? But in reality, if you want to stay focused on life and not the goddamn menu, all right, nobody's talking about Eric Holder. No one's talking about Colin Powell, and nobody's talking about Kamala, all right? And nobody's talking about you, Holland. Only time you come up is when you're getting roasted. Certified Foundational Black Americans got other things on our mind, and it ain't claiming any of them. So if you got to go to this type of desperate nature, Holland, then you need to go ahead and do what all the Democrats do and bow down. You don't like that this is not the era where y'all say stuff and then we just got to go for it. Certifieds ain't got to go for goddamn thing. We do what we do. We mean what we say. We say what we mean. We make all the rules. You addressing us. Y'all notice that, family? Y'all notice that they got to take to these shows and address us. Anytime we talk about them, we just clowning. They getting roasted. So basically, we roast them, and then they have tantrums about us. Tell me who's winning. What Pac say? Tell me who won. I see them. They run. But he wasn't done yet, family. Going on with this whole agenda of why is y'all mad and I'm going to end up in the coon unemployment office if y'all don't go vote. It's the same thing, family.
Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all love y'all some Kwame Ture, Stokely Carmichael. Greg, what's his roots?
I don't Trinidad and Tobago, brother. Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah. So I'm just saying that as Black people, we got to be real careful when we literally start using the language of the oppressors against our own in order to placate them and make them comfortable.
Oh, no, Holden, stop, Holden, stop it. This is what I'm talking about, family. This is what the Democratic Party always does. They are what we always say on the Black Alpha Network. They are Black grassroots imposters, all right? They got to talk that talk like they're against supremacy. In reality, family, no, they're not. No, they're not. Okay. Don't let him sit there and try to run that game. Y'all talking like the oppressor so you can placate the system. No. Roland, you work for the dominant society. You are a member of the dominant society system on supremacy. You got a whole plan, a whole agenda to help them out. Quit trying to talk that talk where we're the ones that are off code. That's what they always got to do. You see, a minion and a puppet of the dominant society, they got to always make it look like they're the freedom fighters. They got to make it look like they're the warriors. There ain't nothing about that man that has ever stood up for Black folks. That man has been living on the plantation and will always stay on the plantation. But now he wants to come to us and talk about y'all using the oppressor. Matter of fact, have y'all ever heard Holden ever even use the term oppressor? Has he ever sat there? He was sitting down talking to the supremacists on his show. And he didn't say nothing to Richard Spencer. He did not say nothing. He said, I'm a man first. He didn't say nothing about oppression. He ain't never say nothing about the system of supremacy. He ain't never talked about an anti-Black race war. Now he want to start saying that. He only wants to say that, family, is when he can try to use that on us. Roland, we don't go for it. We don't go for it. Nothing you're saying is working. Everything you're doing is failing. And that's what happens whenever you try to come at certified foundational Black Americans. We cash some receipts on you, family, and you just got to deal with it.
That's why I did the segment, because it's a lot of us who do that, who then begin to change how we talk and how we act and how we walk. Don't you do that. The white folks are watching. What's wrong with you? You can't come in here.
Are you describing us or are you describing yourself and everybody right there with you, including that Hobart? Remember Hobart, y'all? Look at Hobart. She don't even know where she at right now. Who are these people, by the way? Who are these folks that he be pulling out? We don't know none of them. They have no clout, no credentials, no cachet. You couldn't pick them out in the lineup. If they were standing in front of you, if you was walking down the street, if you was at the grocery store, you wouldn't know any of these insignificant people who are trying to talk to us. They're mad because you got Black folks on Instagram that got more clout in the community than they do. And that goes for Holden, that goes for Hobart, and that goes for the rest of their panel of nobodies.
You didn't do that.
G-check. Holden, try again. And I know you're upset right now, okay, because you know you get that phone call and you're going to go have to talk to Massa, and Massa's going to say, Holden, we only keep you around so you can get Black folks to vote. So when Black folks don't vote, why are you around? Doesn't it make sense, family? It's easy. That's why I say all the power is on us. We got all the control. They don't have none. They don't have none at all. As a matter of fact, there's another segment with Holden's on there asking for donations. He's asking for donations because he literally says, you know, I don't have the money, beep, beep, to continue the show, beep, beep, and we might have to cut segments, beep, 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 beep. He needs to cut some calories is what he needs to cut. But that's a whole nother issue for a whole nother day, a whole nother time. As we proceed, family, we drop more receipts. I got another one for you. Have y'all ever in your life seen somebody get sworn in to office as an Indian? I didn't know. I thought you got sworn in as your actual job position, right? There's some footage that came out. Yes, it did. And we got receipts. This is from the AP. This is of Kamala Harris getting sworn in by Joe Biden. Did y'all see this? A lot of folks never saw this, but y'all know on the Black Alpha Network, we do some research and we go all the way to the bottom. So let's find out what this is right here. I want y'all to check this out. Check this out, family. Please check this out. This was Kamala Harris getting sworn in by Joe Biden. Yes, she's getting sworn in by Joe Biden. I thought they did this at the inauguration. I thought the inauguration, you put your hand up and then you say, I swear to do this, that, and the other thing, and blah, 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 right? That's what typically happens. Watch this right here, family, where she gets sworn in on a completely different time. This is something for the back channels. This is something they didn't talk about. All I'm doing is putting things on the table, family, that they don't talk about. That's all I'm doing right here. This is what they don't want. This is why Kamala Harris is mad. This is why Joy Reid is mad. This is why Holden Martin's mad. And this is why Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are mad, because we are the ones dropping the facts and the receipts and the spoilers that they can't deal with. Look at her being sworn in. But it says, check this out. I want y'all to check out everything I'm saying. This is her being sworn in as an Indian. These are all the Indian members of Congress. Yes, the Indian members of Congress. So basically what I'm saying is, family, is that she went back after the inauguration in a private ceremony, a private swearing, a private gathering. She got re-sworn in after the inauguration with all of her Indian counterparts. There aren't no black people there. So she ran as a black person. She spoke about being black. She spoke about Phife Dawg and Snoop Dogg and Tupac and Biggie. She talked about all these rappers, had some Converse, had some Timberlands. But when it came down to it, that was just for the inauguration in public. When everything was done, she went back behind the scenes and had another inauguration, and she brought all of her people with her. We don't talk that talk unless we got receipts. And this here is another certified receipt. Check it out.
Good to see you, man. You know that, right? All right. We're gonna have you stand in the middle. And Kamala, you stand in the middle. We're gonna reenact the ceremony, and then we're gonna bring in the folks, okay?
Well,
You ready? All right. That's a good way to do it. All right.
yes.
Put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right. Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose?
Family, just watch. I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going to warn y'all. The only thing you see black in this whole thing is them goddamn windows back there. You ain't going to see nothing black, but you're going to see everything else, just like they policies.
Invasion, and you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you're about to enter to help you God.
I do.
Now, you got some family out here?
Thank you. Come on, family. I got quite a crew.
Well, great to see you. Do you guys know what they... Oh, I'm sorry.
Freeze frame. Come on, family. What y'all see? What y'all see, family? Tell me what you see, what you see, what you see. Right then and there. Come on. This is what we talking about. The same way we had that picture where you didn't see no sisters at the table. What do you see now? You see Master Joe, and then you see Kamala and all of her people. That's what you see. And I don't see no black folks. So once again, from the campaign trail to these backdoor gatherings and backdoor meetings, you start to see the blackness go away, and then you start to see the POC come into play.
And then extended families with you.
Oh, no.
Okay, come on, everybody.
Wait. She said her family. Oh, let me run that back. She said my family, and then she says, oh, and my extended family. Check this out.
Oh, no.
Okay, come on, everybody. Crew, come on, extended family. My extended family is here.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again. How are you? How are you, man? See if you can jump around the back.
There you go. There you go. They're coming in.
How are you? Nice to see you. How are you? Welcome.
Best friend from kindergarten. This is my best friend.
Yeah, I gotta get deer this summer. I'm modified this one. I have got a deer company called Deer Report. It's milk and... Oh, okay. Yeah, he lives in
Checkmate. Another one. The receipts come so fast, man. If you blink, you'll miss them. That right there, family. That right there. That shows you again. There's no black. It's black with words. It's black on headlines. I showed you the headlines that say the first black vice president, the first black woman, the first black nominee. But when you look at the details, then they start sliding in everything else, because the dominant society, they know when to put something in the headline and then put something else in the article. That's exactly what we just seen right there with Kamala, the cop, Harris. Again, family, you see this all the time. So when we say that we're not voting, family, we not voting for that. We not falling for that. We not going for that. No way, shape, or form will we ever, fall down that, go down that lane, or believe anything that they're trying to say. We don't run that type of gambit. They ain't gonna damn sure run that type of gambit on us. And family, that's just with who she be around. We just sat here and we broke it down, family, about who she be around, the folks who come around her, her immediate family. She said it. She said, my immediate family, my second family, my third family, all my Congress, my constituents, my partners, not one black person I seen. I ain't seen no black people. I didn't see no black person. I saw some black windows. I think I seen somebody with a black tie. Might even see someone with a black shirt, but that's about it. There was no black folks. And that's just who they hang with. That's not even mentioned in the policies. See, the policies are a whole different issue. And we already know there's no policies that come for us. She is the main person who came out and told us all, I ain't voting for y'all, and I ain't doing nothing for y'all, and I ain't helping y'all. So therefore, don't be mad when certified foundational black Americans say, well, guess what? You ain't getting no love. You ain't getting no love. And we're not going to be shamed either. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what it is, family. We're on this type of time. We're on this path right now where the shame game, they're going to try to pull it in. They always try to pull it during every election. But y'all notice it's going down, down, down. Black folks ain't running around here saying, well, I got to go vote Democrat. Why? Because why? Because, we got, that died for the past reasons is, nah, fuck that. We ain't doing none of that. All right. Certified foundational black Americans, we don't owe anybody anything. The only thing that really needs to go down is we need to get this check. If you want to talk about who's owed, we're the ones who are owed. They are not the people who are owed. And they talk to us like we owe them something. We're not going for that. No, you're going to cut us our check and we don't have to give you a goddamn thing. That is what it is, bottom line, point blank. This is the beauty. You don't ask for reparations, okay? You don't plead. You don't, say, can you give it to me? Massa, we don't do none of that. We come straight to them. We tell them what type of time it is. They either give it to us or we tell them you ain't getting a vote. All right? Roland Martin can come around here. He can talk whatever he wants to talk. Anybody can say whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, if you don't give us what we are owed, what we deserve, then you will get nothing in return. It is that damn simple. Now, speaking of things that are simple, family, I got me another receipt because y'all know the receipts just start piling up and we keep them coming. Y'all remember when she was getting mad? Because mind you, they only get mad, they only get tough, they only get rough when they talking to black people, all right? Matter of fact, only when they talking to foundational black Americans. When they start talking to everybody else, they give everybody else a different type of energy. Y'all remember when she was talking to Charlemagne? And by the way, Charlemagne, he a clown too, so let's not get it twisted. When she was talking to Charlemagne and she started getting mad because he said, well, who really is the president? Who is the president? And when she got mad, she started saying, no, listen. She started pointing the finger and all that type of stuff. Okay, this is the way they feel when we start talking that real shit. I want everybody to notice this right here, family. This is her getting upset. This is her getting angry. This is her understanding that foundational black Americans are not going for the game. And mind you, all Charlemagne does is see what we say, and then he tries to say it and put his name on it. But in reality, this is what it really is, and this is how it really, really went down. Watch her get upset at Charlemagne and give that same energy that Roland Martin was just giving. And basically what it is that, why are y'all questioning us? Y'all supposed to just be quiet and go vote.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No.
She get mad.
It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe.
Hey, look at her. Hey. Hey, look at that freeze frame. Damn, that's funny. I'm sorry, man. I'll be freezing it. Willie Brown called. That right there, that's Willie Brown. That's how Willie Brown got right there. Right there. That's what we talking about. Notice how she getting mad. Look at it. Look at it. Did y'all see any of that when she was talking to the people from her community? Did y'all see any of that type of aggression? Did you see anybody, coming at her with that type of vibe? No. She went into full mode. I don't know if she thinks she's talking to Charlemagne or she's having flashbacks of Willie Brown. I don't know these things, but you see automatically. This is what happens when you question these people about tangibles, about benefits, about laws, about anything that serves us. They're not supposed to do that. Willie Brown got her. Y'all see she mad as hell, boy. That's funny. I'm sorry. I can't stop looking at that. That is too goddamn funny. That is too goddamn funny. She is in there just having flashbacks completely. Yeah. Hey, somebody screenshot that for me, please. You're right, bro. Screenshot that. I need to put that on a meme. I'm gonna take that with Willie Brown and I'm gonna make a meme of that. Y'all check me out. Black Off Net W1. That's gonna be up in the morning. Yes, indeed. Because that is the way it goes down, apparently. So, and I guess she down and stay down. But this is what we talk about when they get mad. They get mad whenever you question them, but they never had that type of energy for anybody else. Charlemagne is a Democratic shield in hiding, and she's talking to him like that. So you already know the type of time they be on when they come talking to us. Run it back.
Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden.
Woo,
and I'm vice president. My name is Kamala Harris. And the reality is, because we are in office, we do the things like the child tax credit, which is going to reduce Black child poverty by 50%, on track to do that. We do things that are about saying that our Department of Justice is going to do these investigations and require that we end chokeholds and have body cameras. It is the work of saying we're going to get lead out of pipes and paint because our babies are suffering because of that. It is the work of saying people who ride public transit deserve the same kind of dignity that anybody else does. So let's improve that system. It is the work of saying that we have got to bring down prescription drug costs because folks who have diabetes should not be dying because they don't have enough money in their pocket. It's about saying Black maternal mortality is a real issue that must be treated by everybody, including the White House, as a serious issue. Okay, so I hear the frustration, but let's not deny the impact that we've had and agree also that there is a whole lot more work to be done. And it is not easy to do, but we will not give up, and I will not give up.
I just want you to know that Madam Vice President, that
He just sat there and said he likes getting yelled at. That's what he just said. I just want to let you know that that version of you is the one I like, the one that yelled at me. So you already know what type of time he's on. This is what we saying. Y'all know y'all cold, man. Hold on. G-check. Hold up. We got some breaking news exclusive right here on the Black Alpha Network, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. I put up Certified Black Society, and I put up our chat with everybody. Certified salute right there to our sister Star for sending me that. We already got the screenshot, y'all. We already got the screenshot. This is what we do. Oh, that's going up tomorrow. Oh, that's going up. Yes, I promise y'all, the screenshot is on one. Salute to our sister Star for that one. That screenshot. That's crazy. And that's going up, family. It's going to be the screenshot of the decade. That's going to break the internet. Yeah, we're going to put Willie Brown in there, Montel Williams. We're going to have Montel Williams on the left, Willie Brown on the right. We're going to be having her get all types of flashbacks. That's the type of time we on. Yes, indeed. Y'all know what it is. Don't come around Certified Foundational Black Americans unless you want to catch that roast. Certified salute to the family. But yo, it don't stop just there. We know all the type of games that they be on, family. We know whenever they're lying to us. We know when they're trying to run them games. We just know what they on. We know it before it even happens, right? So as I pull back some of the things, let's go back to her way back in the past, right? You can go back to her track record. You can go back to her history. You can go back to everything that she's ever done. She's left a trail of nothing but anti-foundational Black American hatred, benign neglect. She fits right in with the Democratic Party. This is the same woman that was running around and she was arresting folks, okay, for truancy. Go back. All my people in California, y'all know this as well as anybody. Salute to everybody out there in Cali. Y'all know that this woman was running around here and she was trying to throw she was throwing Black people in prison for truancy. She had a whole thing about truancy and was locking up foundational Black American brothers and sisters, parents, no matter what the conditions were of their children. She was locking them up based upon truancy. And then not only that, family, it gets way deeper than that. She went deep into this whole game about how, Black folks, they're the main ones to do crime. She really went into some crime bill stuff. She went into some Joe Biden crime bill stuff, and all my brothers and sisters in California were warning folks about this. This is something else, y'all, that they was trying to hide from us. So she was locking up families, splitting families apart. So as we had the, Joe Biden crime bill, the Bill Clinton crime bill, the Hillary Clinton crime bill, you also had Kamala Harris kind of riding that, piggybacking that, and putting Black brothers and sisters in prison based on some bullshit, straight up locking them up. So it's crazy. And we were saying this 4 years ago, that the same woman who ran on the first Black woman, she was also locking up Black women, okay, in California. So if your kid was sick, your child had some type of ailment, your child had some problem, and you was poor and you couldn't get to school, because that happens all across the country. It's called a system of supremacy, an anti-Black race war, where we are deprived of natural resources. We have the worst shelter, the worst housing, we have the worst everything. Sometimes it was hard for brothers and sisters to make it to school. And she said, we're going to make it a crime. And she went on a whole campaign in California based on this. And she ran on this. And we got some goddamn receipts right here on the Certified Foundational Black American side that's going to show everybody the same thing that we was talking about in 2020 is the same exact thing that we got receipts for right here in 2023. They cannot run. They cannot hide. Certified's going to get you. I want y'all to notice, listen to the super predator language that she starts using. You're going to hear super predator talk. This sounds exactly like when Joe Biden was giving his speech, telling everybody how black folks were so criminal. Black folks needed to be locked up, mass incarceration. This was her version of a mass incarceration speech, all right? This was her version of it. It just wasn't in the 90s. This was in the 2000s when she had so much power in California. All my brothers and sisters out there in Cali know exactly what time it is. This is what she was doing. She was saying how black folks are the number one statistical to go to jail. Black folks are the number one statistical people to commit crime. And she was also saying that the dominant society are the victims. It's the same exact speech that Joe Biden gave, that Bill Clinton gave when they wrote the 1994 crime bill. This is the same exact thing. This is just the Kamala Harris version that she did on the hush. So when we say that she has a track record of anti-black racism, when we say that she is the most non-FBA policy-driven congressperson, senator, whenever we talk about her from the vice president standpoint, or if they're trying to get her in the presidential seat, this is what we warn about. And this is the type of person that we are not rocking with. We are not going for. So when Roland Martin or anybody else has a temper tantrum, let them have it. Listen to this, family.
San Francisco is promising to crack down on kids who cut class. And today, city leaders explained why that could also cut down.
Hold on. Before I go there, it says San Francisco is going to crack down on kids who cut class. Normally, when somebody cuts class, your ass goes to in-school suspension, you get suspended. No. Kamala Harris had a whole apparatus with criminal charges. G-check.
Down on violent crime. Linda Yee joins us from the newsroom with some disturbing numbers. Linda? Dana, the numbers are startling. The district attorney says a high number of murder victims are directly related to truancy problems. So the battle against the city's violence.
Listen to that, family. This is what I'm talking about. Receipts all day. They said a high number of murder people are linked to truancy. Where in your life have you ever seen somebody drawing the line between folks who don't go to school and then growing up to be some type of killer? I've never heard that in my life. That is some 1994 super predator crime bill shit. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Let me run that back, family. Listen to what they say. They said there have been some links between not going to school and killing people. I've never heard that in my life.
Startling. The district attorney says a high number of murder victims are directly related to truancy problems. So the battle against the city's violent crime rate is moving on to the school campuses. Mayor Newsom visited Thurgood Marshall High School to talk about the new plan to attack the problem of truancy. A $450,000 federal grant will be used to hire more school police officers for truancy.
Wait a minute. Did y'all notice that person right there? Did y'all notice that person right there, family? Yes. Let me run that back. That's somebody else who's been running around here trying to pull games on foundational Black Americans. That right there is fake ass JFK. That right there is fake ass reparations. I want to help Black folks out. That right there, family, is Gavin Newsom. That is Gavin Newsom right there, family. The same guy who's running around right now trying to pretend to be some type of reparationist and pretend to have our back. That was him working in conjunction with Kamala Harris, okay, back when they were running this truancy game and trying to link Black Americans with going to jail, going to kill people, and on top of all that, based on we don't go to school. That is it. So watch Gavin Newsom and then watch as we continue.
About the new plan to attack the problem of truancy. A $450,000 federal grant will be used to hire more school police officers for truancy patrol, much like Oakland's program. Money will also be used to hire more counselors to help the kids who have a range of problems that contribute to them skipping school.
Truant individuals disproportionately engage in the kind of criminal activity and the kind of social behavior that is becoming increasingly problematic in San Francisco.
No. Listen to that. Truancy is directly linked to criminal behavior. Truancy is directly related to throwing Black people in jail. Because mind you, they're talking about Black people. All right. That's who they're talking about. They're talking about Black people. Listen to the coded language. Listen to how they're trying to phrase it. We know exactly what they're trying to say. We know exactly what they're doing. Okay. This is nothing more than Joe Biden's 1994 crime bill speech where he used every word except for Black. But everything he said, he was talking about Black people. That is Gavin Newsom right there saying the same exact thing. And watch Kamala Harris follow.
Not all, but many. And so it's an early warning. It's an intervention strategy to get serious about that correlation and engage youth before they engage in inappropriate activity.
We are looking at a situation where in the last couple of years, 94% of the victims of homicide were high school dropouts.
Oh, stop. 94% of homicide criminals are high school dropouts. That is basically saying we can't get black folks, so we're going to make up, falsify some statistics and try to put it on black people. So therefore, now we have a catalyst to put them in jail. That is Kamala the cop Harris. And when we called her Kamala the cop, that's exactly what type of time she was on. Did y'all just hear what she said? She is literally trying to draw dropouts to actually being murder criminals. Come on, family. Come on. Stop playing. Now, mind you, she's never going to apply this to anybody from the dominant society because, you know, they have a lot of people who don't go to school. But you notice, family, when you look at all the statistics, they're trying to draw this in to black people. That's what they do.
We are looking at a fact that people who are not educated, who do not receive the benefit of a good public education, which I know Gwen Chan is committed to providing in our schools, when they don't receive the benefit of a good public education, the odds-on favorite is that they will not lead a productive life.
The program will target 4 schools.
Public education is tied into criminality. As we proceed.
Schools in San Francisco that have the highest rate of truant, including Thurgood Marshall, Galileo, the International Studies Academy, and
Thurgood Marshall. Notice, family. Notice who. They're not talking about none of them W's, family. Notice what they're doing. She making sure that they tie that into black folks. They're making sure that's who they're speaking on.
Band Middle School. Teachers have identified their top 25 truant students in each of those schools and will work with them personally. Now, the DA also promised to prosecute all truant children and a parent who fails to provide and support the child. Kamala Harris says they will charge that parent with contributing to a delinquency of a minor.
Boom. Right there, family. Right then and there. Right then and there. That's what we talk about. That's what we talking about. And mind you, them same two politicians right there, Kamala the cop and then Gavin Newsom, these are the same people who run around right now on a platform of how much they love black folks. These are the people who run around on a platform of how much they do for black folks. Literally, you're getting to the point now when you're talking about Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is running around here acting literally, family, like he is the one who is going to give us reparations. All right. And then what happened, family? It came out that he said, well, I don't really support reparations. See what I'm talking about? You see the game. This is what we say. A politician can come this day right here and lock black folks up, write a law that puts black folks in jail, and then tomorrow tell us how much they love us. And then you're going to have all the Democratic shills who are going to try to sell that to us like a pair of shoes. And then when we reject it, they get mad at us. This is what we're ending. This is what we're putting it into, and them days are done. No longer will you ever fool foundational black Americans politically, socially, anywhere, all across the board, all of the above. You are going to come with some tangibles by what we say. If we say we want tangibles, they better meet our requirements. We're not asking, we're demanding. We're not begging, we're demanding. And there's a big goddamn difference. So no politician is ever going to run that gambit on us. We're going to prevent it, and we're going to continue to pull out receipts just like that to tell the whole world. If you have any policy that is anti-FBA, then you are going to go down as an anti-FBA op. I don't give a damn if you did that in 1992, 1972, 1982, or 2002. Your ass is going to get put on that G-check list, and we going to get the G-checking. Watch this. This is more her talking about truancy, family. So it does not stop. It is continuing nature, and this is why we pull out receipts. Check.
As prosecutors, we always start with the chain of evidence. The evidence is clear. If you are chronically truant from elementary school, you are 4 times more likely to drop out and to become a perpetrator or a victim of crime. That's why we're taking on the truancy crisis in the California Department of Justice. By stopping crime before it starts, we can save billions, and we can save lives.
Kamala Harris, a prosecutor with conviction.
There you go. There you go. And notice, family, notice there. Notice how they flipped up the kids now, right? Notice how they changed the kids. At first, it was blackity, 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 black. Just like on those headlines, it said black vice president, black woman, black nominee. And then when you look at the article and you look at the details, they try to change it up. Notice that. They try to change that up and they try to flip-flop it. So whenever you try to call them out, all they do is they go back and then they spin it. This is what we talk about every time we talk about them. They cannot fool us, family. This is what we are on. We cannot sit back and allow these folks to run that gambit, run that hustle, and run that con game. Speaking of hustle and con game, mind you, the same way Joe Biden came out and he said he don't care. Joe Biden straight up came out and he said, I don't mind. I don't regret. I sit back and I'll sign the crime bill again. Mind you, fam, these people have never apologized for anything that they've ever done to certify foundational Black America. They never have. They sit there and they try to play these games with us. They sit back and they have all these anti-Black foundational policies that they try to put upon us. And then they say, well, we did it because we wanted to. Watch this, family. This is her literally laughing about her truancy policies and what they did to Black folks. We ain't lying. Watch her laugh at it.
I received. And I know many of us will say the same thing. And I believe a child going without an education is tantamount to a crime. So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy. Well, this was a little controversial in San Francisco. And frankly,
they go that laugh.
Staff went bananas. They were very concerned because we didn't know at the time whether I was going to have an opponent in my reelection race. But I said, look, I'm done. This is a serious issue, and I've got a little political capital, and I'm going to spend some of it. And this is what we did. We recognized that in that initiative, as a prosecutor and law enforcement, I have a huge stick. The school district has got a carrot. Let's work in tandem around our collective objective and goal, which is to get those kids in school. So to that end, on my letterhead, now let me tell you something about my letterhead. When you're the DA of a major city in this country, usually the job comes with a badge. And there is often an artistic rendering of said badge on your stationery. So I sent a letter out on my letterhead to every parent in the school district, outlining the connection that was statistically.
Stop right there. They keep talking about these statistics, but none of us have ever seen these statistics. The same way Joe Biden talked about all his statistics. Y'all notice, family, anytime we actually look at these statistics, they are never the same way that they try to sell it to us. It's always opposite of what they say. It's always the opposite because we got results, we got the truth. Now, look, family, she's not done yet. She continues to start talking that talk. Now, watch now. She starts really laughing about it and making a whole joke. This is not somebody who relates to us by any means.
Proven between elementary school truancy, high school dropouts, who will become a victim of crime, and who will become a perpetrator of crime. We sent it out to everyone. A friend of mine actually called me and he said, Kamala, my wife got the letter. She freaked out. She brought all the kids into the living room, held up the letter, said, if you don't go to school, Kamala's going to put you and me in jail. Yes, we achieved intended effect.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did y'all see that? Don't like. Please, please, please stop, 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 stop. That's what we be talking about, family. That's what we be talking about. That's what we say when we say it's all one big game to them, family, and they ain't really on that type of time. They're not really on that type of time. And these are people, at the end of the day, they'll do anything for votes. They'll do anything to steal from foundational Black Americans. And it does not stop right there. It continues and it goes on and on. So when we say that we're not voting, when we say we're not down for it, when we say we're not playing them games, family, what do they have to say about that? Because we have the power. We got all of it. It's all in our hands. So we're not really done. When you start examining everybody, this is exactly what it is. These are your typical politicians who practice anti-foundational Black American hatred. They're going to continue to do that. And this is why foundational Black Americans have withdrawn from that political process. Now, mind you, family, when we say no tangibles, no vote, that's not to say that we'll have a Black grassroots candidate, because that's really what it's all about, a Black grassroots candidate. If you got a Black grassroots candidate that is vetted by us, then we can talk. But if you don't, then we ain't talking. It's as simple as that. It's all about business. It's never personal. We're going to come at this from that aspect. We're going to come at it from that angle. And if people don't like it, that's just what it is. It's election season, and we're going to play it smart. Unfortunately, Black folks from the past, they didn't really play it too smart. Cool. That's what we're going to do today. So therefore, whatever someone says, if they don't like it, they just going to have to deal with it. Because at the end of the day, in the middle of the day, every hour of the day, foundational Black Americans, we've been the only ones out here really pushing that line, and foundational Black Americans have been the only ones holding each other down. Everything that we got, family, we got by our goddamn self, and I love it that way. That's what made us stronger, and that's what got it all the way there. So when you start talking about somebody who came up the ladder, you got to remember, family, she came up the ladder, and she didn't, do it the right way. Y'all know who this man is right here. Notice, family, when we start talking about her achievements, and we start talking about things that she's done, she didn't just get that stuff out the mud. See, we all created ourselves. Nobody created us. We did everything on our own. When you start looking at Kamala, I don't know. A lot of people got some background on her history, and there's some funny little issues and situations that done occurred where you can clearly see that she has been doing some things in the back channel. And I'm not talking about on Twitter or Instagram neither. Y'all know who that man is right now. Y'all know that man. And when you start examining her background, you start seeing some of the things that she did. You start seeing who she dated, who she was rolling with. You start seeing that perhaps everything that she's been saying got a whole different agenda to it. So as we look at this picture, we lock that picture in. And I want y'all to take that picture and remember the picture earlier. All right, the screenshot that we got. I want y'all to remember both of those. And when we put those two together, what do we see, family? We see that Kamala the cop has been doing some things undercover. And I ain't talking about her job. All right. So check this out. When you see that whole game and her family and who she with today, let's talk about who she used to be with. All right. The receipts don't stop. All right. It don't matter. We're going to drop them receipts and the receipts are just going to have to come. And if they don't like it, who gives a damn, right? Check this out, family. I want the family to notice this. This is what we speak on whenever we start talking about these individuals from these other communities, right? Check this out. Extramarital affair with Kamala Harris. Former San Francisco mayor, 84, admits it happened. That man was, ooh, that boy was old. Let's check this out. Let's go there. We're going to go there. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right. Let's go there all the way. Let's go all the way. Here we go. Here we go. Former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown addressed his past extramarital relationship with U.S. Senator Kamala Harris in his weekly column Saturday, saying he may have boosted the presidential hopeful's career. One more time. He said that he may have boosted her career based upon his extramarital relationship. Yes, we dated. It was more than 20 years ago. This is according to Willie Brown. All right, this is what Willie said. All right, this is what Willie said about them. And he says this, yes, I may have influenced her career by appointing her to 2 state commissions when I was Assembly Speaker, and I certainly helped with her first race for district attorney in San Francisco. And we got to ask this question. How did you help? And what did she do to get that help? That's what we got to ask. Well, I'm just saying, this is what we got to ask, family. This is according to them. Once again, don't get mad at FBA for calling it out. Get mad at yourself for doing it. So you see right there, and as we proceed, we're going to find out a little more what happened. Brown, 84, pointed out that he also helped the careers of other prominent California Democrats. Yeah, but did you date him? Oh, hell, he says U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Gavin Newsom, or are we just talking about him? Dianne Feinstein. Okay. The difference is that Harris is the only one who, after I helped, set word that I would be indicted, okay, if as much as jaywalking. Okay, so afterwards, he came to the little agreement with her, and she said, after he would be indicted if I so much jaywalked. So she was on him, right? So she's trying to cover her tracks. That's politics for you. This is according to Willie Brown. Brown appointed Harris about 30 years younger. Okay, mind you, Willie Brown old as hell. All right, so when she was with him, he was an old man. Why was she with this old man getting appointed positions, going up the political ladder? Was it just because? Or was she giving some gifts? And I'm not talking about the ones that come in packages. All right, moving on. The 2 well-paid state commissions assignments on the Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board and the California Medical Assistance Commission. That's according to the Washington Free Post. Whether you agree or disagree with the system, I did the work. This is what Harris said. So basically, she's trying to say, I did not do these things on my way to the top. I did not participate in this particular behavior on the way to the top. I'm clean. But when we hear what Mr. Brown is saying, he's saying that maybe you're not. All right. I brought a level of life knowledge and common sense to those jobs. Once again, though, how'd you get them? How did those jobs come about? This is what we're talking about. But here's the thing. Questioning about Brown's relationship with Harris began after she announced her 2020 president election bid. I told you, they try to hide her past. They try to keep everything hush, hush, quiet, 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 okay? During his 2 terms as mayor of San Francisco, Brown was known for his charm, arrogance, and ego, according to the 1996 profile in People's Magazine. So he was the little player. He had Becky, and he had Kamala on the side. He had Karen and Brown and Harris broke up in 1995, but remained political allies. And that probably ain't the only thing that they remain. I'm just saying. And they also said that Brown, he was riding the buzz of Kamala Harris and everything that she was doing, and they haven't seen each other in years. We call that hit it and split it. And he gave her a couple positions. So basically, he was tricking off on her. Now, mind you, while all this was happening, he was married. He was married to a Karen the whole damn time. The whole time, family. So this is what we talk about when we say that he went up that Kamala Harris lane. This is what we talk about when we say that everything changed. This is what happened when we say that Kamala Harris has never been clean. Nothing that she's ever done. Every single thing that she's done has some type of phoniness. Just like that laugh, just like that same giggle. It's the same exact thing, family. This is what we're talking about. So when you look at Kamala Harris, she was dating Mr. Willie Brown, and I think she was with Montel Williams somewhere in this whole time, okay? Doing these things on her way to the top. And at the same time, when Willie Brown got elected, he was dating Kamala, but his actual ex-wife was the one standing on stage. So they had a whole secret extramarital affair. It's the same exact thing that we talk about every time we talk about what they've been on. And it's the same type of disingenuous vibe that foundational Black Americans have been saying about them from the jump. And it doesn't just stop there. So when you start looking at Joe Biden, you start looking at everybody else from the Democratic Party. Who else has Kamala been rocking with? What else have they been hiding? We know about the past. We know about everything that they try to say. We understand that when it comes down to it, they've been keeping it real hush-hush, family. They've been keeping it real hush-hush. They know damn well that everything that we say, that we could just pull up the receipts. And once we get to pulling up the receipts, what they gonna do, family? What they gonna do? They was trying to sell us that she was a Black American. A lot of people don't remember that. Before they started admitting the whole Jamaican aspect, family, they were saying that she was a Black American. That's why she was always running around talking about Oakland. And we were saying, no, you're not FBA. Then they said, oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, not really. What I really am is somebody from Jamaican descent. But when you start talking about her family and we start talking about that Jamaican descent, do y'all know that they literally had to go all the way back and pull out some receipts on her actually being from Jamaican descent? And I got the damn receipts right here because that's what we do. I want to show this to everybody, and I want the whole family to see this is what we mean when we say that they've been trying to pull this game on us. I want the family, before I go there though, I want the family to understand we have been the only ones delineating. We have been the only ones speaking about what's real. We are the only ones who actually speak on the differences between our lineage, our heritage, and our culture, and everybody else. They have not been doing that. So as she tried to tell us that she was a Black American, we're the ones who had to pull back the receipts. We're the ones who had to peel back the layers. Cool. That's what we do. But also, family, understand that people were doing investigative journalism and they found out exactly what we already know. Check this out. Check this out right here. This actually was in the New York Times. All right. In a recent op-ed, New York Times columnist Jamel Bole wrote about how Jamaica was home to a brutal and violent plantation system, and it was the center of the slave trade. Many Jamaicans trace their origins directly to slavery and mass importation of African slaves. Based on accounts by her father, mind you, family, they went to her father. When we were the ones, this is what I'm saying, when we were over here saying that she's not FBA and we were questioning her Blackness, they literally went, the New York Times, and had to go do an interview with her father, all right? And they said, based on the account by her father, there is a strong chance Kamala is one of those slaves. Do we say strong chance? Do we say we might be Black? We might be FBA? We might be traced back to slavery in this country? We don't say might. We don't say if. We don't say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Her own father, right here, by a middle family, is saying he does not have proof that Kamala or him is even linked to the slave trade. Basically, meaning your ass ain't linked to the slave trade. Basically, meaning that the melanin you have in you does not go back to anything on our side of the fence, does not go back to slavery, does not go back to where we come from. One more time. This is according to the New York Times. This ain't Black Alpha Network. I'm just reading what they wrote, all right? According to the New York Times, they did an op-ed, and I got the goddamn article. I'm reading it right now. They said, many Jamaicans trace their origins directly to slavery and mass importation of African slaves. Okay, we understand that. Based on a genealogical account by her father, there is a strong chance Kamala Harris might be one of them. What's more descendants of enslaved people to Americas have European ancestry on account. See, they try to stop you. Family, let me sit up straight. They are trying to slide in European right there. They're covering their tracks, family. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Why are they even bringing that up? Many descendants of enslaved people in the Americas have European ancestry on account of the abuse that they faced. Family, why would you say that when you're supposed to be giving us your actual account? We can trace our account. We can trace our lineage. We can trace our heritage and our culture. We got it wrapped up. Everybody knows how we are. We actually have a means to identify if you are a foundational Black American, if you are a freedman. We can actually put together a system that is very direct and very clear that can trace who is and who ain't. Her father right here saying she might be, there's some Europeaners, there might be some genealogical past. We not really sure if, and, buts, maybes, but I ain't hearing nothing about yes, we are, and yes, she is. And that's according to her father, not according to us, family. So let's be real, family. Let's be real. That is not somebody who represents us on any level or playing field at all. I can take you right now to Bombay, India, and you're going to see some dark folk. Yes, indeed. Are those dark folks us? Are those dark folks foundational Black Americans? Can they be traced back to chattel slavery right here? Nope. Can they be in the South? Nope. Are they where all of our ancestors came from? Our lineage, heritage, and culture? Nope. So what we talking about then? We're talking about somebody that when we say you're not FBA, they got to hold that L. When we say that you're not holding us down, you're not freedmen, you got to hold that L. And then when we say that perhaps you might not even be Black like that, you got to hold that L. So these folks coming around here with a little smidget, a little back, 100 fucking generations, decades ago, but yet they're trying to tell us that they're one of us, therefore we need to vote for them. Not happening. So all that shit Roland Martin was sitting there talking about, we not going for it, family. We not going for it. Hell to the no. That's the type of time we on. And I'm telling you, family, that was according to the New York Post. So when we sit here, we pull out receipts on them, and they start saying, well, you know, y'all just did this, that, and the other thing. No, we just pulling out what y'all write. And that was according to her own father. All right. So when we sit here and say this, we not lying. We got receipts. We got facts for days, and we don't run out. I think that's the problem, though. I think they get upset, family, is that our receipts don't run out. Our receipts never run out. We'll pull them out. We'll keep pulling them out. We'll keep pulling them out until they're forced to have to deal with it. Till they got to understand that, family, we are the ones who control everything. I've been saying that for the longest. I'm going to continue to say it. It's all about us. They have no play. They cannot exist in our presence. It's all about this lineage, heritage, and culture. But as we sit here and we speak about our lineage, heritage, and culture, let's not forget, family. Let's not forget it all. During the election of 2020, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they used to be going at it. This little whole Joe Biden, Master Joe, he's our friend, he's our pal. Family, let's go back. Let's really look at everything, fam. Joe Biden was literally getting attacked by Kamala Harris because she was calling him out on his past record. It's the same past record that we pull out on Joe. So we had a little Democrat on Democrat. Let's be honest. Let me pull that back. Before we talk about Democrat on Democrat crime, let's go back. Let's speak about how during the election of 2020, we said that Joe Biden was anti-Black. We said Kamala was not Black. She was not FBA. And they fought about this the whole time. Yes, they did. And we got receipts, family. Y'all check out this video, which is another video that they hid from us, something that they didn't want to talk about. But family, this is right here in the debates. This is the debates of the 2020 election. And I want y'all to see how Kamala Harris was going hard, crazy on Joe Biden about his crime record that he wrote, about his anti-Black sentiments, about busing and everything. Watch how she's trying to act like FBA, and he's sitting there going back and forth with her. Check this out, family.
That candidate was then Senator Joe Biden. Joe Biden was right when he said it was time to pass the torch to a new generation of Americans 32 years ago. He's still right today.
I'm going to now direct this at Vice President Biden. I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
Look at her right there, family. Watch how now she's trying to play the whole I'm FBA. That's what we're talking about. That's everything that I was just saying right now, family. That is her right there trying to pull the I'm FBA and you were so bad and you were so mean to me, Master Joe. That's what it is. Now, family, when we were saying the same exact thing during the election, we said the same exact thing during the election. Everybody got mad. Everybody got upset. They said, how can y'all question Master Joe? Look how they're looking at each other right there. Look at that picture, family. Look at the way they're looking at each other. Well, we were saying the same exact thing about Joe Biden's past. Everybody called us mean, divisive, vote blue, no matter who, anybody but Trump. But she's saying the same thing right there. This is before she dropped out for being the president, and then he selected her as vice president. But she's trying to play FBA. She's trying to act like she's one of us. This is what we mean. She's not talking about Indians. She's not talking about Asians. No, she's not. She is talking about her and Joe Biden, her grief and her gripes with Joe Biden about his past record. But nobody said anything when we called all this out. Watch her get mad right here, family.
So I will tell you that on this subject, it cannot be an intellectual debate among Democrats. We have to take it seriously. We have to act swiftly. Do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America?
No,
do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed. I did not oppose.
He get mad.
That you were wrong to oppose busing in America.
No,
do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed.
Well, there was a failure of states to integrate public schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision. It was a
so
local
that's where
decision.
the federal government must step in.
The
That's why we have the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. That's why we need to pass the Equality Act. That's why we need to pass the ERA, because there are moments in history where states fail to preserve the civil rights of all people.
One of the differences,
Family. Notice how mad that got. Look how they was going back and forth at each other. Notice that right there. But check this out. Check this out right here. Watch how, y'all know we always got our eyes on supremacy. Watch how Bernie Sanders, the same field to burn. A lot of black folks are running around here saying, oh, Bernie Sanders. Watch how Bernie Sanders starts seeing Master Joe, his supremacist brother, was in distress. And out of nowhere, Bernie Sanders hops in and starts talking about something completely different. He starts running interference so he can protect Joe Biden. Watch this. It's crazy.
Because there are moments in history where states fail to preserve the civil rights of all people.
One of the differences that Joe and I have in our record is Joe voted for that war. I helped lead the opposition to that war, which is a total disaster.
What? Hold up. Bernie Sanders just hops in and starts talking about opposition to a war. Watch.
One of the differences that Joe and I have in our record is Joe voted for that war. I helped lead the opposition to that war, which is a total disaster.
Family, what that was right there, that was his supremacist brother-in-law. Seeing things was getting a little too heavy, things was getting a little out of control, and he tried to run interference and hop on in. But family, look at that right there. That is what we were talking about. So when you start seeing these people, complain, gripe, get upset, get mad, or whatever it is they're doing, mind you, this is exactly what we've been saying. This is exactly what type of time we're on. They out here, they cosplay, they fake, they do all this phony shit. But at the end of the day, we're always right. It does not change. We are right then, we're right now, we're always on game, and everything we say always comes true, whether they like it or not. That's just what it is. So you see already the type of games that they was trying to play, and you see already the type of hustle that they was trying to con us with. So we know what type it is. We know. We see Democrats from a mile away. We see Democrats all the way across the board. They can't pull nothing on us. And quite frankly, family, a lot of their moves and a lot of their tactics are old and outdated. It just took a new era that's fresh and new to come in and change everything. And that's exactly what we have done. So you seen Kamala Harris going back and forth with Joe Biden. You seen them arguing. You seen her saying that she's this, she's that. You seen Willie Brown. You seen extramarital affairs. You seen her dancing, her jumping, her trying to sell everything to us. But you ain't seen one thing that is beneficial to foundational Black Americans. Not one goddamn thing. So what does that tell you, family? That tells you, again, that these people are just running around here and they cosplaying. They cosplaying and they'll do whatever it takes so they can try to get foundational Black Americans to fall for the hustle. And when we do not fall for the hustle, the schemes, the plots, and the plans, next thing they do, they have those damn temper tantrums. And that's cool. Because I told you, family, whenever the off-codes, the puppets, whenever they running around here, they dancing, they jumping, they singing, that means things are going in their favor. And the very fact that they having meltdowns right now, they're angry and they're upset, that just shows that things are going in our favor. And it's going to continue to stay in our favor because they cannot change it because this is a new era. Gone are the days where they would just say some shit and black folks would agree. Gone are the days that Roland Martin could get on television. Hell, Roland Martin ain't even really got a job like that no more. You feel me? Roland Martin is literally talking about having to cut his show because he cannot afford nothing. So we don't have to really go in on these people because really society is already handling them because they cannot exist in our presence. But I ain't done yet. Then off of all of that, then y'all know Hip Hop 50 was going to pop up. And what is Hip Hop 50, family? Hip Hop 50, in translation, is just op language. Hip Hop 50 was just a term that they came up with so they can open the door and allow everybody to come in and get in on what we created. That's all Hip Hop 50. So she had this little Hip Hop 50 summit at the White House. All these different people were showing up. And then she started sliding in all these other groups that are non-FBA. All right. And a lot of brothers and sisters had already seen this, but I'm going to go ahead and drop this right here. I want y'all to check this out. This is her talking about all these other people and how they played a role in hip hop. And we know goddamn well this is nothing but op language and op talk. Check it out.
Hip hop now shapes nearly every aspect of America's popular culture. And it reflects the incredible diversity and ingenuity of the American people. Yes. It combines rhythms from the continent of Africa, from the Caribbean, from Latin America.
There you go. There you go. Slide it in. Notice that, family. There goes the Africans. There go the Latinos. She's putting that in right there. Who is she and how is she qualified to even speak on that? What does she know about the history of hip hop? Not a damn thing, but notice it.
Africa, from the Caribbean, from Latin America, with the sounds of soul and gospel and R&B and funk, to create something entirely new. Yes. And to be clear, hip-hop culture is America's culture.
I want y'all to notice what she said right there. When she said, and to be clear, y'all remember when she said she wasn't going to give us anything? And she said, let's be clear about this. I'm not going to do anything to help black people. She understood that we was on that, and she understood that we picked up on it. So she's trying to slide that same language in now, only now she's trying to say it from a good light. This is what we're talking about. Kamala Harris is literally trying to give us a history of hip-hop culture, and she's not even FBA. This is what we speak on.
It is a genre. It is music and melody and rhyme. Yes. And hip hop is also an ethos of strength and self-determination, of ambition and aspiration, of pride, power, and purpose. Hip hop is a declaration of identity. It says, I love who I am. I represent where I come from, and I know where I'm going.
All right, that right there, family, again, is Kamala the cop trying to explain to us what hip-hop culture is. This is what we mean. That's why we say hip-hop 50 is no more than op language. Hip-hop 50 is no more than people trying to open the door and trying to sell us all these lies. But speaking to people out here, family, that been popping up out the woodwork, there's been a whole lot of people that been coming and they've been trying to get on top of everything we've been saying. They've been trying to stop us from saying what we're saying. And if y'all notice some of these moistocrats, yeah, I said it, some of these moistocrats, some of these extremely moist people that have been popping up, trying to speak on us, trying to get mad at us, wagging their finger at us, mad because we've been calling them out, mad because we ain't voting for Kamala the cop, everything that you can possibly think of. There's been a couple people, family, and a couple of them y'all know, and a couple of them, have been new to the scene. But there's been some people that have been coming out, and they've been trying to go hard, like talking reckless, saying if y'all ain't gonna vote for her, then y'all need to do this and y'all need to do that. It's a whole game of these off-code people that got issues with foundational Black Americans not going for the game. And I don't know, maybe because it's the Democratic Party, maybe, I don't know. But I'm just saying, you've been seeing some real oppy shit going on, and you've been seeing some real funny style people. This was during all of that stuff going on. Since we was talking about her husband, we got another receipt. Check this out, family. What does that got to do with anything, fam? Somebody tell me, where did that come from? Where did that just popped up out of nowhere? Just straight up, boom, right there. Like, so I'm going to play that, family, so we can build. I'm going to show that to the world so we can build what type of time they on, where they heading with this, because y'all already know where we going with this one right here. So you started seeing that come out of nowhere. You start seeing them running that. Her husband's there because every time they're trying to push an agenda, you know he pops up out of nowhere. Nobody asked for him. Nobody even knows this dude's name. I honestly don't even know dude's name, but you see what I'm talking about. All right. So that right there is just one. That's just one. And then out of nowhere, you start seeing a bunch of people on that type of time, okay, on that type of time that have been popping up out the woodwork, coming around saying a lot of things. Oh, and by the way, when we start talking about people in her past, this is something else they've been hiding. Y'all tell me, all right? Y'all let me know. Have y'all seen this picture right here? Because this picture was out there, but wasn't nobody talking about this either. Oh, we got receipts, family. We got receipts. We got receipts, family. Y'all know who that is. Y'all know who both of them people are. We got receipts, Kamala. You can try to hide it. You can try to step on it with your Converse, with your Timberlands, okay? But we see exactly what it is. You cannot hide from the receipts when Certified Foundational Black Americans gets to pulling them out. That is what it is. Have y'all seen that? That's another one. Receipts going to keep coming. I'm going to hit them one by one, but we're going to keep on pushing. That right there. This is what we speak on. Trust me, they've been hiding that. That's probably right next to the Oprah picture, but we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave that alone because it don't just stop there. So you've been having a whole gang of people coming out, and they've been talking real reckless. They've been saying, well, you know, this is wrong, and what y'all doing, and super moist. I'm talking about extremely moist. Extremely moist. Tell me, family, did y'all see this right here with this individual coming out, throwing shade, trying to, cape for Kamala the cop, trying to tell us how wrong we was? Y'all tell me, who is this? I have no idea, but I need the family to let me know because the moistocrats have been coming out trying to pick fights with us because we ain't voting for Kamala. Listen.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get your ass a cup of coffee so you can take a shit because you full of it, babes. Let me tell you something. When are y'all going to project trauma on Vice President Kamala? Because I'm sick of it, bitch. I'm sick of it. Where's this black woman? What's she doing? This, that, and the other. You don't give a fuck about what she's doing. She got an Instagram and a Twitter. If you cared about what this black woman was doing, you put her ass on notifications like Life Alert. But you don't do that shit because you obviously aren't checking for her ass.
Whoa.
Stop it. Okay.
Did he just pull his do-rag like it was his hair? Hold on. Ho. And who is this dude? This is one. I'm going to pull out three right here. I got three of the moistocrats who've been out here caping for Kamala. Tell me, did y'all see dude try to pull his do-rag like it's his hair?
But if you cared about what this black woman was doing, you put her ass on notifications like Life Alert. But you don't do that shit because you obviously aren't checking for her ass. Stop it. Okay? I'm sick of the crab in the barrel mentality, particularly from black people. I'm sick of other black women thinking that they can beat down other black women and somehow this is going to get you a black man because it's not. Did he pick you yet? Did beating down another black woman ever cuff a black man for you? Did it happen? No. It's not going to happen. Internalized misogyny is only to their own detriment, babes. It's not going to do anything from you. You are never going to benefit from that. So let it go. But you need to stop projecting all your no's. You need to stop projecting all of that. You're not good enough and you're not qualified enough. And you have to meet a certain criteria and check every motherfucking box in order for you to be even considered. Because as a black woman, I would think that you would actually be able to relate to Kamala, knowing that you are working.
This dude is talking about women. Listen to this. This moistocrat is sitting here talking about women. He's getting mad that women, certified sisters, ain't going for Kamala. So they sending out the moistocrats. Family, come on. Come on, family. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Y'all notice that pattern, though? Y'all notice that trend? Like, they'll have some of their people come after black men. If, black men do this and black men is misogynistic and black men don't do this. But then they'll send out all these, like, moistocrats to come after our sisters. This dude is literally trying to talk to our sisters probably because he thinks he's a sister. Look at this guy right here. He's sitting there playing with his do-rag. He's sitting there wagging his finger. He's sitting there goddamn sashaying all over the goddamn camera. And he's trying to go in. He's talking about pick-me's. What is this dude talking about other than he thinks he's Kamala? He probably thinks he's Kamala's sister, and he's trying to go in. This is what we talk about, babbling. And this is what you get when you start dealing with these moistocrats. This is what we saying. They're going to send out all the tethers. They're going to send out all the fleers. They're going to send out all the goddamn moistocrats. They're going to send out Starburst, Skittles, everything they can find. This is what they have to do to try to trick us to vote for Kamala the cop, and it still ain't working. This is just moistocrat number one. There are more moistocrats, and we're going to continue to lay them out. Listen to how this dude right here is upset because black women ain't voting for Kamala. They were all fine and dandy when they was trying to black girl magic. See what this is? This is somebody who's dealing with that black girl magic shit ain't working. This is somebody who knows they can't hit us with no feminism. And then they send out a guy. They send out this person so he can get mad at sisters. Boy, ain't nothing new under the sun. They are desperate.
Twice as hard, doing more of the work, getting no credit for it, and letting and seeing all of your accomplishments go unrecognized. Because all black women have that. All black women have to deal with that. Every black woman in America has dealt with that. But
why is he saying it like he is one? Hey, he's saying it like it applies to him. Every black woman did this, and all black women. Like, what's your personal testimony? Where my sisters at, man? The moist stuff. Where my sisters at in the chat tonight? Salute to all my certified sisters, man. Salute. Because this is the shit we be talking about. They are literally to the point they can't even send out females to try to get black women to vote for Kamala. So they sending out moistocrats to get black women to vote for Kamala, and it still ain't working. What we talking about? It ain't done, family. Oh, it ain't done. That's moistocrat number one. Oh, we in the building. Man, we got 300 some people, 395. Y'all smash that like button. Now we about to turn all the way up. We done dropped about 100 receipts. Now it's roast time. Smash that like button. Let's go. We ain't going nowhere in the motherfucking building. Here we go, family. That's moistocrat right there. That's one moistocrat. Oh, there's more. Because y'all know they come in 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, all right? That's just the way they mo. All right, check this out, family. It ain't over with. It ain't over with. We got some familiars. All the people out here who are trying to run down on black Americans, and they mad because our sisters ain't falling for the game. Our brothers ain't falling for the game. And no matter what they do, man, it's still going to be FBA all goddamn day, certified all the goddamn time, and they can't change that. They just going to have to live with it. All right, so you had that moistocrat right there, all right? This is what we're talking about. That's the reason why our boys holding up that damn flag. That's the reason. As a matter of fact, not only that, family, if you notice, whenever you see them, guarantee those policies and everything that they're going to be pushing on the front line and behind the scenes, that's going to have something to do with that. So when we say that they're out here trying to run that game on us, we know exactly what it is. I'm telling y'all, FBA, see your ass from a mile away, and there ain't nothing you can do to change it. There's another moistocrat that's been running around here. Y'all remember this person? Because on the Black Alpha Cast, we done already roasted this dude. Y'all remember when I went down to Jacksonville and I was covering that mass harming of our brothers and sisters, this Starburst dude pops up and he starts talking crazy about Black Alpha. And y'all know we don't go for that. You talk about Black Alpha, you're going to get work. You talk about Certified Black Society, FBA, or any other family, you're going to catch that work. So this person right here that was trying to talk about Black Americans, trying to say that we had a hate crime bill, trying to run all that nonsense, he started talking crazy. Y'all remember this person right here? Because y'all know the Starburst done came back. The Starburst done made a circle and came back again. And not only was the first time this person was talking about Black Alpha, the person was trying to talk about an anti-Black hate crime bill. This was the guy who said that we already had one, we didn't need one, and we need to give one to the Skittles. This is this guy. Now, he ain't talking about Black Alpha because I roasted him and sent him packing. He ain't talking about that anti-Black hate crime bill that don't exist because we proved that was bullshit. Now, Mr. Starburst is coming around, and now he's trying to tell us y'all needs to be nice to Kamala. So, family, this is Moistocrat number 2, and listen to him running that same Kamala Harris game. Check it.
Vice President Kamala Harris celebrated the 50th anniversary of hip hop on Saturday, and she went viral for dancing to Q-Tip's Vibrant Thing. This event was held at the Vice President's official residence, where she opened her home to some of America's greatest hip hop artists. Now, she did this only 48 hours after returning to America, where she represented our nation at the 43rd Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit in Indonesia. And immediately after—
Freeze. Did y'all notice? Hold on. Between all the moisture, did y'all notice where he said she just came back from? We'll wind all the way back to the first receipt. Her serving her people, coming back from one of their committees and one of the things that they were doing.
Represented our nation at the 43rd Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit in Indonesia. And immediately after this video went viral, conservative Twitter fingers like those belonging to Joey Manorino went wild with tweets like this. And while we may have expected men like Joey to say vile and vulgar things—
Notice he said, once again, he said, people and men, like they always talk about men in fourth, fifth, and third person. All right. Okay. By the way, look at that screenshot. Goodness. This is what we saying. So now they're trying to run that game, but y'all's men's needs to do better. The last guy was making a testimony for a sister, and he ain't one. This guy is making testimonies about brothers, and he is one and don't know he's one. This is shit we talk about, man. It's crazy game. It's a crazy world.
Like this, I don't know if they expected it to come from men who look like me, like from Black men. There's a constant push to invalidate the Blackness of Black leaders. And I don't know if we question the Blackness of athletes, musicians, entertainers in the same way that we do academics and politicians. Have a Black parent, not Black enough. Attend the HBCU, not Black enough. Pledge the...
We already pulled back receipts on the parents, both of them. The dad didn't even know where he came from. Y'all seen it. I pulled that receipt out from the New York Post. The father said he thinks he might be a descendant of slaves from Jamaica. He wasn't sure. We all know that we descendants of slaves. We all know that we foundational. We all know that we freedmen. The damn father didn't even know where he's from, which basically means he knows that he ain't. Anytime somebody's running around here saying, I don't know if I'm a descendant of slaves, he's really just saying, I know I'm not, and I'm trying to cosplay. We done pulled that receipt. We done pulled the receipt out on the mama. We done pulled out the receipts on the HBC coons. Okay, so what do they got left? They got nothing but the moisture crack.
First Black Greek sorority in America, not Black enough. And not only is this tweet inappropriate, the tweet is wrong. The Biden administration has provided Black America with the lowest unemployment in American history. That is what
the lowest unemployment in America. This is what we saying, family. This is what we saying. They'll just start lying. The same way Roland Martin was saying, y'all don't represent Colin Powell and Eric Holder. They'll just make up lies. This is exactly what he's doing. The Biden administration has the lowest unemployment rate for Black people in American history. Proceed.
What it means, we say Bidenomics is working. That is what it means when we say that President Biden is building back better. And this platinum plan this man talks of, it was never implemented. It did not happen. Those 2 pages.
The platinum plan. So now he's talking about Trump. Somehow it turned into Donald Trump. Y'all knew that was coming.
Of bullet points never came to be. Just like the wall. Just like the wall. It never happened.
There we go again, family. There we go again, family. That's what we're talking about. That's another moistocrat coming out. Y'all see a pattern there? Y'all seen a pattern with the last 2 people that I've been sitting here showing y'all? Y'all see what we saying? This is what we talking about. Where are these people? Where they coming from? Why is there always that same, starbursty kind of energy? That same real Skittles bag energy? It's that same stuff, family. This is what we speaking on. So we already know what type of time that they on. We know that they're sending out all of those people. You know why? It's because they have a lot to gain from the Biden administration. They got a lot to gain from the Biden administration writing laws for them. Ain't no coincidence that they done came out. Ain't no coincidence, family, that they done showed up. Ain't no coincidence that that particular group is trying to run some type of hustle on us to get us to vote for them. It's the same reason why everybody comes around us and tries to get us to vote Democrats. Not only do we have the Democratic politicians that are always trying to get us to vote for them, we also have all these other groups that the Democrats serve that try to get us to vote for the Democratic Party. So I'm not surprised that some Skittles are trying to get us to vote, because that is exactly who benefits off of their policies. They can't run that on us. They can't. And this is the one right here, and y'all all know this one right here. This should have been Moistocrat #1, and this video was making the rounds all the way across the board. Y'all seen this right here. Salute to our sister Nikki to God, because I believe Nikki was the first one to post this. That's the first one I seen. So salute to our sister Nikki for posting this right here. Y'all know this dude came out, and he was super caping. He was super moist. He was super tap dancing for Kamala. And it's that same pattern again of these people from that community trying to get us to go for Kamala. Any day, Mr. Moist. As Mr. Moist gets it together over there, this is what we're speaking on, family. This is what we're talking about. Whenever you start dealing with these people, okay, I guess He's looking at the last guy over there, I guess. As we start talking about these people, and we start talking about that community, we start talking about the lies, we start talking about the hustles and the scams. When we start talking about all of that, family, we already know what type of time they're going to be on. We already know the type of hustle that they're going to try to play. Okay, so we got to sometimes wait for the starburst, you know what I'm saying, to get their minds right, but that's okay. Certified Foundational Black Americans, we still going to be here. We're going to be putting in that goddamn work all the way across the board. This is what we're talking about.
Vice President's house for the hip hop 50th anniversary hip hop party at her house. And I took this picture, you've seen it, but it wasn't the picture that I want to talk about. It's the video that's been seen around the world that I took. This video right here.
I got to mute it real quick, family, because he starts playing music. What the hell is he? Oh, what the hell? There go your moistocrats, family. There go your moistocrats. This is what we talking about. This is what we talking about. This is number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, family. Proceed.
From white folks to Republicans to black people to white people about what black people should feel about it. I've been looking at all the comments, and my only question is, why do y'all hate her so much? Why do y'all hate her so much? What has Kamala Harris done to you that's made you hate her so much?
First off, they always try to put the hate jacket on us. And foundational Black Americans, we don't hate anybody. We just don't fuck with you. There's a big difference between not fucking with somebody and hating somebody. So as much as they try to put this hate jacket on us and they always trying to tell us that we hate somebody, we don't hate anybody. Matter of fact, people hate us. All right. We are just doing our own thing. We created the term stay in our own lane, do our own thing. Foundational Black Americans ain't got no problems with anybody. That's what it is. So anytime somebody comes around, whether it's from that community or any community, and they always try to say, why do you hate us? That's what the tethers say. Why do you hate us? You hate us. No, you don't. It sounds like you want us to hate you so you can play victim. We don't go for that. So family, what we got to really understand and what we got to truly see is that when we say we don't F with somebody and we ain't rocking with them, it's because they ain't done nothing for us. That's why. Don't ask why we hate you, because you ain't going to get an answer because there ain't no hate there. But what I can tell you is we don't fuck with you because you don't do nothing to serve us, and all you do is use us. And that's what everybody does. They use us foundational Black Americans. They use us for everything they can, and then they turn around and say, why do you hate us? You need to worry about them other communities that hate you and quit worrying about why foundational Black Americans are so excellent.
She grew up in Oakland, California, which is not an easy city to grow up in, as a mixed biracial child, which I could tell you as a mixed breed, it ain't easy.
What that got to do with anything? So now he's trying to say that, well, as a mixed breed, we got it harder than y'all have it. We got it so hard because we mixed breed, and y'all FBAs, not knowing FBA, we support anybody with the lineage, okay? Because in our mind, we represent the whole side. So now he's trying to throw the mixed breed problem in there. This is what I'm talking about. So it's not our issues, it's his issues. They have internal issues, internal moist issues that only they can fix for themselves, and it has nothing to do with us.
She became an attorney. She became a female attorney general in California, working under a Republican administration. She then went on to become a state senator that we all love because she was
actually working under some Democrats. That's a lie. That's a lie. She was actually working under Democrats. Salute to all my people in California for that one.
And they asked about stuff over there on the Hill, and then got elected as the first female and the first Black female vice president of the United States. And somehow she ain't shit. She ain't shit.
It ain't that she ain't shit. It's that she ain't wrote shit. She ain't gave us shit. She ain't supported shit that we've ever done. And we have the right. See, this is what people don't understand, family. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me pull it up so y'all can see me. Family, we got the right politically to do whatever the fuck we want to do. If we don't want to vote for you, we ain't got to vote for you. If we don't want to support you, we ain't got to support you. Foundational Black Americans don't owe anybody shit. I don't give a damn if Starburst, Skittle, Fruit by the Foot, Fruit Roll Up, or any of them try to come around and tell us that we owe somebody something. We don't owe you nothing, all right? You're not going to shame us. You're not going to try to downplay us. You're not going to dismiss us. You're not going to do anything to get us to vote for who we don't want to vote for. And this is the new time, and this is the new era in which they're all going to have to get used to. We are not changing a goddamn thing. When we say that you ain't done nothing for us, when we say that we sit back and watch you sign laws for everybody else, when you serve your people and then you sit back and cosplay my people, then we ain't got to rock with you. We don't owe you a goddamn thing. You can pull out every goddamn TikTok. You can pull out every Instagram, Facebook. I don't give a damn. You can draw it on a goddamn picture. Foundational Black Americans ain't got to respond to nobody. Remember, like I said earlier, they talking about us. We roasting them. Big difference. So when we get to roasting them and then they start having temper tantrums about what we got going on, this is what they're going to have to live with. They're just going to have to live with it. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing he's going to say as Moistercrat number 3, Moistercrat number 2, Moistercrat number 1. There's nothing that they're going to say to get foundational Black Americans to vote if we don't want to vote for you. Gone are the days of you got to vote because your ancestors. Let me tell you what my ancestors said. My ancestors said, don't vote for none of them motherfuckers if they don't do something for you. I don't know what Roland Martin, because we all know Roland is non-FBA. I don't know what Barack Obama, because we know he's non-FBA. I don't know what Kamala, because she's non-FBA. I don't know what their ancestors said, okay? But I'm going to tell you what mine said. Mine said, you ain't got to vote for nobody if they ain't holding you down the same way foundational Black Americans are moving on to the future and we putting it down the real way. Speaking of that, family, y'all remember a couple years ago when Tim Scott came out and Tim Scott said, America's not a racist country? And all the Democrats and the liberals got mad. They was like, man, how could you say that? America's a real racist country, right? Remember that, right? Because mind you, the Democrats only use racism when they can dump it on a Republican or when they can get votes for us. And typically that's simultaneous, right? So Tim Scott came out and he said that America wasn't a racist country. And all of the goddamn Democrats got mad. But a day later, Kamala Harris came out and she said the same exact thing. She said America is not a racist country. And the same folks that got mad when the Republicans said it, they was hushed when the Democrats said it, because they only acknowledge racism when they can dump it on somebody else. Whenever we say there's racism, they'll play with that if we're going to vote. They'll play with that if they get us to go to their campaign, but they'll never give us the rear. Well, Black Alpha Network, and I had to post this because it wouldn't load up, so I got me a little exclusive. I made this video personally. This is me. I clipped up Tim Scott, and I clipped up Kamala Harris, and I put the video together. And I want y'all, I'm going to ask the family, because y'all know how I like to do. Salute to the chat. We got 390 people in here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, we building, we working. We building, we working. This is our era. This is our time. Fuck Tim Scott, fuck Kamala. Let me talk to the family real quick, okay? This is our era. This is our generation. I'm talking about everybody in the chat right now. I'm talking about all of your family, everybody who's certified. We build together, we work together, we shine together. We do not shine without each other. This is our time and this is our era, and we making the most of it. And I wouldn't want to go through this era without anybody. I want to deal with y'all. This would not be as fun. It wouldn't be so exceptional if we weren't moving together as a team. Every last one of y'all in the chat, I love y'all. Represent where you from, FBA in the building. And the reason why we can sit here and roast these people, the reason why we got these motherfuckers looking for the exits and they running, they all happens because we are on code. We used to wonder what on code look like. Now you ain't got to close your eyes and see it in your head. Open your eyes and look around. Look at the chat. That's what on code look like. Look at your certified family around you. That's what it looked like. Look at the Black Alpha Network. That's what it looked like. So when you see all the coons, the Starbursts, you see the Skittles, they are running and they can't sit right next to us. That's because we have changed the game. So it's all about us, family. It is all about us. And I love every second of it. Family, I'm just enjoying the show. I'm just enjoying the show. I love when I'm roasting somebody, and I love sitting back and watch y'all roast people. Because I might fuck around and take some shit you said and say it to somebody. Because that's how we move. We move as a family. We move as one collective unit. That's the way we do things, man. So all love from right here. I'm telling y'all, I don't love nobody more than I love my foundational Black American family. It starts with us, and then everybody else is behind us. It's like traffic, family. When you in traffic, are you worried about who's behind you? Or are you worried about what's in front of you? I'm worried about what's in front of us. And what's in front of us is building, working, shining, grinding. We untouchable, unbreakable, unmatched, and stronger than ever. Now, as I salute the family, salute to y'all, smash that like button. Now let's get back to the G-check. And as I say, we multitaskers, family. They can say we hate, they can get mad, they can get jealous, they can be envious, but they got to respect the fact that foundational Black Americans, we can get to the money, we can love each other, and we can G-check some folks in the process. It's a beautiful world. Now, I put this video together, family, and tell me, I want to ask y'all this. Is this the same exact thing? Because to me, it looks like they're saying the same exact thing. This is Kamala Harris, and this is Tim Scott. And this is how they both feel about racism in the United States of America. Mind you, this is the same Kamala that called up George Floyd's family and pretended that she cared. This is the same Kamala that called up Breonna Taylor's family, pretended she cared. Rashard Brooks, Ahmaud Arbery, pretended that she cared. Ran on a whole campaign of I'm Black, I'm FBA, I love y'all, I got y'all back no matter what happens. This is the same Kamala Harris. Now, does it sound like she riding for us, or does it sound like she agrees with Tim Scott? And when you deal with supremacy, you got two heads of the same snake. G-check.
Tom, and the N-word by progressives, by liberals. Believe me, I know firsthand our healing is not finished. 100 years ago, kids in classrooms were taught the color of their skin was their most important characteristic. And if they looked a certain way, they were inferior. Today, kids are being taught that the color of their skin defines them again. And if they look a certain way, they're an oppressor. From colleges to corporations to our culture, people are making money and gaining power by pretending we haven't made any progress at all. Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
I don't think America is a racist country. I don't think America is a racist country.
America is not a racist country.
I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today. And I applaud the president for always having the ability and the courage, frankly, to speak the truth about it. He spoke what we know from the intelligence community. One of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism manifested by white supremacists. And so these are issues that we must confront. And it does not help to heal our country, to unify us as a people, to ignore the realities of that. And the idea is that we want to unify the country, but not without speaking truth. And
one more time, let me run that back.
America is not a racist country.
I don't think America is a racist country. I don't think America is a racist country.
America is not a racist country.
I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today. And I applaud the president for always having the ability and the courage, frankly, to speak the truth about it. He spoke what we know from the intelligence community. One of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism manifested by white supremacists. And so these are issues that we must confront. And it does not help to heal our country, to unify us as a people, to ignore the realities of that. And the idea is that we want to unify the country, but not without speaking truth and requiring accountability as appropriate.
Family, let me just ask y'all, and I think I've been seeing some of the answers. Family, was that them agreeing? Because it sounded like to me that they were in complete agreement. Sound like he said America ain't racist. Sound like she said America ain't racist. What's the difference? They both said it. One said it as somebody from the Republican plantation. The other said it as somebody from the Democratic plantation. It's the same exact thing. When you peel back the layers, family, what we all come to find out is that these folks is all the same. Man, they ain't fooling us. Man, they better get the hell out of here with that. They ain't fooling us. This is our time, man. This is our era. We too clean. We too fresh for that. We too fresh for that. Nah. Nice try. Nice try. Try somebody else, okay? Try somebody else. What y'all say? That's babble? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Certified salute all the way across the board. Yes, babbling. Same talking points. You absolutely right, family. Same talking points. They sitting here agreeing with each other. Now, mind you, all the Democrats got mad when Tim Scott said it, but they was hush, they was quiet, and they ain't say a thing when it came to Kamala. So, man, that's another one. They're agreeing. It's all one big contradiction. That's all these people are, man. They're just one big contradicting supremacist, whether that's a minion, that's a puppet, that's a tether. It don't matter. All they do is contradict each other. All they do is say the same thing over and over and over and over again. And certified foundational Black Americans call it out. We got time. What we say, we got time today. It ain't just today. It's today. It's tomorrow. It's next year. It's the next decade. We got time. As long as you on some sucker shit, we going to be on some real shit. All right. As long as you violate, we going to regulate. That's just what we do. And they're going to have to live with that all the way across the board. Yes, indeed. Salute to you, my brother. Certified B1 in the building. That's what we are. All the way, man. That's it. It's our era. And we got to love it. We got to own it. We got to own it. We got to move. We got to walk with it. You know what I'm saying? We got to let them know this type of stuff don't fly. You feel me? If you see something off code, call it out. Call it out, and we stand on it. That's what we do. So when we see people running around here, man, talking that nonsense, man, we G-checking them off top, off rip. And that goes for everybody. And that's why our movement is so different. And that's why we're so strong. A change of approach changes everything. Remember that, family. When you change your approach to something, it doesn't matter. It could be the smallest thing. It could be big, small, or tall. When you make a change of approach and you actually move with a different type of feeling, you don't tolerate stuff. You don't go for the games. That makes everybody fall back, and that puts everybody on notice. And if you look, family, we got everybody on notice, and we're not playing those games with anybody out there. If you come at our lineage, our heritage, and our culture disrespectful, we gonna send it back to you. And y'all know nobody gets down like certified foundational Black Americans. Speaking of certified foundational Black Americans, let me say this, family. This era, we take our lineage very, very serious. What is this era all about, right? It's about lineage and reparations. Reparations and lineage. You cannot separate the two of them. Everything that we do, your grandmother and my grandmother, they don't even have to know each other. They could both pull up chairs and talk like they're sisters. Why? It's because they are sisters. All right. Your grandfather, my grandfather, they could pull up seats, sit down and talk. Where y'all let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask anybody in the chat right now. Tell me, where is your grandparents from? Where are your grandparents from? You give me one or you give me both. All right. My grandparents are from Ohio, Kentucky. All right, that's where my grandparents. But you can take it back further. You want to go back. Then you can say South Carolina. You can say Georgia. All right, give me whether it's the South or it's after the migration. Y'all tell me, where is your grandparents from? I'm the first person I see put it up. I'm gonna go ahead and tag it because I got a point that I want to make, and I'm gonna bring it all the way home. Where are your grandparents from? All right, for me, I'll go all the way back. I'll say Georgia and I'll say Kentucky. That's where my people are from originally. After the migration, I got some folks all the way up in Ohio. But let me know, North Carolina. I see you, North Carolina, right there. Let me know, man. Anybody else, man, let me know. Georgia, all the way live. GA all day. Yes, indeed. I'm going to put them all up. We got time. Fuck that. It's Black Alpha Network, man. Y'all know we different. We move way different over here on this side. South Carolina. Yes, indeed. Y'all know nothing but love for South Carolina. Yes, indeed. Phoenix City, Alabama, right on the other side of Columbus. You know I see you. Yes, indeed. Tennessee in the building. Yes, indeed. All right. Mississippi. Man, I'm putting them all up. I'm going fast as I can right here. Mississippi. We got Florida. Okay, St. Louis in the house, right there. Here we go. We going. Let's push. We rocking. We rocking. We rocking. We rocking. We rocking. We rocking. All the way live. It don't stop. This is what you talk about family up in here. Kamala can't relate to this. You can't relate to this, Kamala. I know the Democrat Shields is watching. Y'all can't relate to this. This is an FBA thing. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. You can't relate to this. Nope. No, the hell you can't. All the way live, right there. Mississippi, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. Yes, indeed. Texas in the building. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Maryland, all day long. I see you, Maryland. I see you. Yes, indeed. Right there, West Virginia. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Atlanta in the house. You already know, man. GA all day. GA all day, every day. Right there. That's the one right there. I love FBA all day. Look at that FBA love. You can't do this. You can't do this, Barack Ho. You can't do this, Barack Ho. You can't do this, Kamala the cop. You can't do this, Holland Martin. You can't do this, Barack 2.0, 3.0. You can't. You can't. Can't nobody rock like us. We gonna G-check you. All right. This is what it is. This FBA in the building. Anybody watching this replay, playback, I don't give a damn. This is FBA proud. We stay FBA strong. Can't nobody do that right there. Y'all look at that. Arkansas. I see you. I was waiting for Arkansas, and I got it. Much love. Arkansas in the building. Y'all already know what type of time it is. Y'all know how we get down. All day. Jacksonville, Florida. You know I see you. All the way live. Statesboro. Yes, indeed. I see you, Statesboro. I see you, Statesboro. Georgia Southern. I know all about Statesboro. Yes, I do. Salute to the whole family. Yes, I see it right there. You already know Eastside Savannah. All day, every day. 912 in the building. CPO. That's what I'm saying. The Democrats, the Moistocrats, the Republicans, y'all can't relate to this. This is FBA, and we strong, and we coming. And it's a movement, and it's real. And we knocking everything down in the process. You know what I mean? They're going to have to give it up or they're going to have to get it took. You feel me? That's what type of time we on. Get down and lay down because we coming. This FBA energy. The lineage has been here. The stamp that we put on it is new. And they don't like our ancestral lineage with our generation stamp on it. That right there together is the most dangerous and the most lethal thing to all of them because it's no play. It's no play. We ain't got no time to play. So when we say that we represent the lineage, the heritage, and the culture, when we say that we represent everything, top to bottom, inside out, we mean it. We mean it. We mean it. We mean it. And we deserve it. Everything belongs to us, family. And I'm always saying that right here on the Black Alpha Network, that everything belongs to us. And not only does it, but we're the first era that really says it. And we move on it. So that's what I mean when I say everything that I say. So I want to show y'all this right here. Now bring that back to my point. Your family and my family could sit down right now and we're going to speak very similar. We're going to have the same words. We're going to have the same demeanors, our inflection, our personality, our persona. We're going to listen to the same music. You're going to play some goddamn Whitney Houston. I'm going to play some Whitney Houston. You're going to play some DMX. I'm going to play some DMX. We're going to play some Ohio players up in here. You go down the list. They can't relate to that. No, we're going to cook some real collard greens. We're not going to cook that bullshit that she was talking about, that she lying about. All right, we're gonna cook some real. We're gonna have a real family reunion, a family get together, and basically, family, we do that every single day. That's what we do right here. So nobody can match us. When I say that we're unmatched, when I say we're untouchable, unbreakable, and stronger than ever, I really mean that. We are stronger than ever, and we're gonna continue that type of time. We are the only people who call each other brothers and sisters. When you leave America, you think folks is out there saying that they don't call each other brother and sister. No. If Barack Obama was so real, he don't never say brother. He don't never say sister. And if he does, you can tell he's faking it. You feel me? Kamala Harris is the same thing. Nobody speaks the way we speak, all right? Because we got that type of love. We got that type of energy. We got that type of passion. Untouchable. So when we start seeing things like Kamala the cop, this is my final receipt on her, family. We done broke her down. We done broke it down from the past, the present, the future. We done talked about how she came up in the game. We talked about Willie Brown. We talked about goddamn... that screenshot with her talking about Willie Brown. We done showed every receipt of her coming after Joe Biden, her trying to wear the FBA jacket, her father saying he don't even know if she's a descendant of slaves. We seen her getting mad, yelling at Charlemagne. We've laid out, like we always do on the Black Alpha Network, 101 receipts. But here's 102. Check this out right here, family. Remember I said she attended that meeting with their people? This is what she ended up doing at that meeting. I told y'all they were hiding this meeting. I just posted this right now on Twitter, by the way, family. They were hiding this meeting. No one talked about soon as she got elected. She didn't go to any of our meetings or summits or nothing. She ran all the way to her people because she used our people so she could help her people. Let me say that one more time, but this time when I say it, family, I got to look at them. She used our people so she could benefit her people. Barack Obama used our people so he could benefit his people. All of the moistercrats are trying to use our people so they can benefit their people. And guess what? They all pissed off right now because we ain't worried about them. We focused on us. And that's what's got the game flipped. So she ran to this meeting, family. In Black Alpha Network, this is probably the only place y'all going to see this. This is an exclusive. I've had this video literally, family, for over 2 years. 2 years. I ain't lying. And I was waiting to drop it. And she done fucked up and tried to sister girl. I knew she was going to try to come and sister girl in this election. And I've been sitting on this lottery ticket, family, since then. So here we go. This is her talking about her people to her people at her people's meeting. And then watch how she talks about our people. It's the same way she did earlier. It's nothing but love for them and smoke for us. Proceed.
The API community, when we saw the targeting, when we've seen the hate, when we've seen the viciousness of it all. And we all see that. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage and grief. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage and grief. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No. Black people? No. The API community.
All we do, family, is we dish them out. All we do, family, is we put them on the table. All we do, family, is stack them up. All we do, family, is get back to the money. That's it right there. Look how she was talking about her people. She said, as a member of this community, I shared in the grief. And then she flipped around and said, I ain't gonna do nothing for Black people. One of those people, she was talking about in first person. The other, she was talking about in 18th person. And the people that she was talking about in 18th person is the same people that she runs around and tries to get to vote. It ain't happening. Receipt number 102 right here on the Black Alpha Network, home of certified Black society. Ain't no more play. with FBA, family. Speaking of ain't no more playing FBA, family, I'm going to get right to this one because the roast season is real and we ain't playing up in here. There's been people running around here and they've been cosplaying our culture for a long goddamn time. And this person has cosplayed us to the point where now they starting to try to disrespect our culture. Yeah, we going there, family. Yes, the fuck we are. So when you start talking about foundational Black Americans in this culture, Kamala roasted, gone. She ain't gonna do nothing. Her career is going down the drain, and I guarantee y'all, family, when it all boils down, Kamala Harris is gonna look back, and foundational Black Americans will be the people who are solely responsible for her career going down the drain. Thank you very much. You can pay us later. This person right here, family, has been cosplaying our culture for a long time. Have been talking down on foundational Black American women, throwing the N-word around, taking every single photo op they can take, and disrespecting our ancestors is where this has led to. You see, when you write somebody a pass too many times, eventually they start feeling that they can do or say anything they want to, right? Well, right now, family, there's a new record that just came out with this individual. Yes, look at this guy. This dude acting like he from goddamn the sixth member of goddamn Bone Thugs. All right, this man out here, hair blew out, got goddamn bows in his hair, all that, family. Oh, we gonna do some roasting and some receipts, family. Turn up the goddamn volume. Let's go. Little Jimmy done came out and he said in one of his new songs, he said, "You got me in a terrible place." He said, "I had you whipped and chained like American slaves." I believe I might be the first person in the new Black media to talk about this. And I'm going to talk about it the most raw, no goddamn filters. He's been running around cosplaying us for a long time. Tell me how y'all feel about dude. Matter of fact, let me see what y'all see. Tell me what y'all see. I see right there. Frake. I like that. Frake. Yep. Aubrey. Yep. Let's keep them coming. I want to see what the family say. Because we're not the group that really gives people passes. You know, there's always been a portion of our community that gives folks passes just because. It don't even matter. If you like a song, you like a movie, we've allowed people to throw our community under the bus for way too long. That's not the type of time this era is on. I'm telling y'all, family, we've been cleaning house. All those bad negative habits of letting people come into our community, disrespect us, and just say all types of things about us, family, we not on that no more. We are holding everybody accountable. If we hold these entertainers accountable for the things that they say about us, family, then goddamn well, it don't matter if you go double platinum, triple platinum, your ass can go triple wood, all right? If you talk about foundational Black Americans, your ass is going to get G-checked. That is what it is, bottom line. And I feel like a lot of us, we've been seeing this brewing. We've been seeing the Burner Boys. Matter of fact, let's frame this right. Let's go into this attack on hip hop, because mind you, an attack on hip hop is an attack on FBA, because FBA created hip hop. So anybody who's running around here and trying to throw darts at our community, our culture, our lineage, and they're doing it through music, we're going to go ahead and we're going to frame them and we're going to put their ass on that goddamn Summer Jam screen. Drake, Frake, Aubrey, your ass on that Summer Jam screen. And we don't give a fuck, because we are people who take our lineage very serious. You better get in the time machine and go back 10, 20 years ago if you want to disrespect the lineage, the heritage, and the culture, because we're not going for that today. Hell to the no. So Burner Boy, he came out and said, "I am the new Tupac." Y'all remember hearing that? Eminem came out and said, "I'd be number one if I wasn't a W." Cardi B just literally came out and said, "Well, you know, hip hop started in the Bronx." And what they're doing now, family, I want everybody to notice this. This whole hip hop started in the Bronx. That's their new way of saying, okay, we can't get in on Black culture, so let's just put it on the Bronx because we know a bunch of us live in the Bronx. I don't give a damn if your ass lives in the middle of the Bronx. Hip hop is a foundational Black American culture, bottom line, all right? And it starts with the South. It starts with where our people are from, and then it grew. It comes from all these different places, but the places it comes from is in the hearts, the souls, the minds of foundational Black Americans, period. So now China Mac just came out. Y'all seen that? China Mac is saying, well, you know, hip hop really comes from us in the Bronx. This their new pivot, y'all. I'm telling y'all. They tried to do this hip hop comes from us thing, and we ran that off the block. I told you, what do? They wait and they do circles and then they come back. So they'll run lie at us, then we'll get rid of that lie, then they'll come back with another lie. It's the same thing they did with the reparations, right? Remember on the reparations panels, they tried to come in and say, we all Black, brother. We got rid of that. Then they said, well, we all experience racism. We got rid of that. Then they just came back and said, well, I don't want nobody to get it. This is what it is. They be on number lie 3, 4, 5, 6. Like they always come back with lies. It doesn't matter. They'll just go down the board. This is where they're at now. Now they're trying to say that hip hop is a New York Bronx thing because they can't say it's a black thing. If they say black, we're excluded. If they say New York, then they might be able to get in. So you got Cardi B saying that, China Mac, you got Eminem, you got Burna Boy, you got Fat Joe, you got Busta Rhymes. How many times can we sit here and say this, family? It keeps going back. We say we are FBA, we are the authorities on this subject. They said, no, our opinion counts. So now you got Drake in the same era where everybody is disrespecting foundational Black American lineage, heritage, and culture, trying to get in on our 50th hip hop anniversary. And hip hop is way older than 50. So anyway, somebody saying that automatically tells you they on op time, and Drake is on op time, and it's about time that we go ahead and put that name on that list. And what is that list? That is the G-checking list. And I know all my certifieds in the building, y'all definitely gonna put him on that list too. And matter of fact, on our list, he been there. So anybody caping, anybody running type of interference, nah, we ain't going for that. So he comes out in a new song. It's a new song with SZA, all right? And in this song, he said, you got me in a terrible place. I had you whipped and chained like American slaves. You don't say that about our lineage. You don't disrespect our ancestors. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be full FBA. You could be half FBA. You could be a quarter. You could be 33 and a third. Nobody makes a joke or a fucking rap about our lineage, our heritage, and our culture in a goddamn song and think shit is sweet. He said that like that shit's sweet. He said it like we was going to be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Maybe back in the day, I told you, the African-American, he'll let you get away with it. The certified foundational Black American ain't letting you get away with shit. You ain't running that game on us, family. You are going to respect it because we know you can't check it, Aubrey. So at the end of the day, brothers and sisters is out here saying, nah, bro, you ain't saying that. No. We ain't having none of that. Brothers and sisters was out here saying, you're going to have to run that all the way back home, boy. And notice, he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. If somebody from another community would have ever said this right here, he would have came out quick. He would have came out, made a whole prepared statement. He would have wrote a whole goddamn novel. But he didn't do that for us because it shows you the disrespect and the disdain. He got real bold. This is why you don't invite people to the cookout. This is why you don't write passes for people. When you start writing passes for people, they start feeling that they could say and they could do anything. And that's exactly what happened with him. He feels that he can say and do anything. So therefore, he done got bold to the point where he disrespected our ancestors. Family. This man is gotten so emboldened by these passes that the off-code people write for him that he feels that he can literally say a line like that about our lineage. Family, this is the lineage era. What kind of boldness do you have when you say something like that in the era where we're gatekeeping? We have delineated and we have separated. And you got the nerve to say something of that accord in this era? Oh, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy. You know you crazy. You know you crazy. You're going to have to get that G-check. It's one thing, family, to be bold. It's one thing to be disrespectful. You done disrespected us in the most significant era. I believe, in much respect to every other generation in the past, we stand on their shoulders. Yes, we do. But I believe this is the most significant, most important, and most impactful generation era of all time. That's what I feel. Reason why I feel that, family, is because this is an erasure going on. All right. We're not fighting to be free. We're not fighting for civil rights. We're not fighting to reconstruct. We're fighting to exist. You understand? Which makes things a lot more important. So we've been so lineage strong. And then somebody comes out and says that about our people. No. Especially somebody who's been running around in blackface. Somebody who's been running around with Lil Wayne. Y'all remember Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne made that Emmett Till rap. Y'all remember that Emmett Till rap that Lil Wayne made? And what happened? Folks wrote him a little pass, didn't they? Folks wrote him a pass for that. They were like, well, you know, he didn't really mean it now. Let's not lie. Let's go back in time. Y'all remember when Eminem made all those raps about sisters and people were calling him out for it? What happened? Folks wrote a pass. The pass era ain't coming. It ain't coming. If you looking for a pass, you better go ahead and look up a goddamn dictionary. You better find an encyclopedia, or you better watch a goddamn football game. That's about the only way you're going to see a goddamn pass around here. That is it. We're not writing them. So look at this right here. I made this right here, fam. It's another one. I don't know if y'all see it. Let me make that big body. Let me make that big body for the family. Right there. He said, whipped and chained like American slaves. Look at them people at the bottom, family. Look at them people at the bottom. Look at them people at the bottom. That right there. This is who you disrespected. And we got to get to the point now, family, where I don't care if you have FBA. People got to understand this, all right? We've been G-checking people who are full FBA. Clyburn is full FBA, and he going to get full check. People been running around giving Drake this pass because of his father. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. I know somebody who lives up the road from us. His mom and his dad is full FBA. and his ass go off cold, I'm checking all 3 of them. All right. Gatekeeping starts at home. We got to quit allowing people to come into our community and wave that half FBA badge. Wave that I'm black badge. That's the same thing they've been pulling on us. I'm black like you, brother. Anytime someone says I'm black like you, they're basically saying I have the right to go off code and I have the right to violate. They don't use their blackness as anything to benefit us. They use their blackness so they can come against us. I want everybody to realize that. They don't use their FBA side as anything to benefit us. He uses his FBA side so he can get invited to the cookout, so he can take pictures with Sexy Red, or he can come around and he can say what he said about our slaves. That is why he uses it, family. And we got to understand that. We got to know that, and we got to see it. That is the type of time that we are on, and that's the difference between everybody else. How come he ain't use his FBA side when it comes to reparations? How come he don't use his FBA side when it comes to an anti-black hate crime law? How come he ain't half FBA'd in? How come he don't say I'm FBA all day when it comes to this? The reparations era. He ain't said nothing about reparations. This is where we're trying to get an anti-black hate crime law. He ain't said nothing about that. This man ain't even as soft. Let me tell you something, family. You know you low budget when Black Lives Matter is harder than you. This man makes Black Lives Matter look like Malcolm X. This is how soft this dude is. At least Black Lives Matter pretends. The Democratic Party pretends. This man ain't said one thing about black people. Not one. Not one. Okay, not one. That's it. There's a big difference, family, between you ain't said nothing at all or you said some things that are kind of vague. Name me a time where you've ever seen this dude ever speak on a black issue. Name me a time. I ain't seen this dude ever speak on a black issue. Not one time at all. He ain't never said nothing about blackness. And this is the lineage era. This is the woke era. This is where black brothers and sisters are out here in the street. It's the difference between he ain't said 2 things. He ain't said 3 things. He ain't said 1 thing. This man ain't even got to first base. He has said 0 about us. And if anybody calls him out, they say, well, he's half FBA because of his daddy. As if we ain't been checking people with FBA lineage. It's okay to check people within the lineage who disrespect the lineage. We done that all the time. O.J. Simpson, Clyburn, Clarence Thomas, you name them, okay? We've been checking people who are of the lineage all day, every day. That's what it is. So these folks can't hide behind that no more. And they're upset that we're in the time, in a space where we calling folks out. And if you are half and you operate like half, then you won't get the whole smoke. That part, that part, that part. But that ain't it, family. Oh, no, family. Look at this right here, family. I want the whole family to check this. This is Mr. Aubrey right here. So, oh, we got it today. You don't want to talk about FBA. Let's talk about them pink fingernails you got. Let's talk about that right there. Yes, indeed. I like what you said, Hurricane. His father can get it too. His father can get it too. It don't matter. It don't matter. Gatekeeping means everybody. Like I said before, family, the code ain't meant to be nice. The code ain't meant to be nice, family. All right? If your code is nice, we don't call that a code. We call that playing. That's called playing around, and we ain't here to play. It's too much serious business to be out here playing. I ain't playing about an anti-black hate crime law. When I was down in Jacksonville and I was looking at that Dollar General where the 3 black souls were taken away 15 minutes before I was there, family, we ain't playing up in here. We ain't playing about reparations. He may play about them slaves. He may not have no connection to it, okay? But it's funny, he'll braid his hair like that, all right? He'll wear that chain like that. He'll try to take a photo op with every single black woman he can find, but he don't say nothing about black people. Is what you're doing with us powerful or powerless? All I see is a bunch of powerless. This is no different than a W from the suburbs because he is a W from the suburbs. Let's be real, family. Who do you relate to? Like I said, where your mind at? Where your mind at? What do you think on the inside? How do you genuinely, truly feel about the lineage, heritage, and the culture? We already see it. We already understand it. It's clear as day, and we ain't hiding from it. So we see that right there. This man got some pink fingernails. We talking about green money. He talking about pink fingernails. Okay, pink fingernail. Boy, that man, he got the bright pink on there too. He's Starlight and Star Bright, all at the same time. All at the same time. Oh, you gonna respect the coach. You gonna respect the culture. That's what it is. And if ain't nobody gonna say it, y'all know Black Alpha gonna say it, family. Y'all know how it is. But let me show y'all something, fam. This lets you know right here, because I got receipts. I got receipts for days. That's all I do. I wake up with receipts, family. This shows you right here. He will ride for a community. Oh, yes, he will. He understands the injustices that go on in society. Oh, yes, he does. It's just the injustices that he chooses to get behind ain't ours. Nope. When it comes to foundational Black Americans, oh, he don't mind sitting back watching us get harmed. He got the same TV we got. He got the same internet we got. He sits back and watches everything go on with us, family. He just don't give a damn. But boy, you say something about somebody else in another community, then all of a sudden he turned into a goddamn crusader. Drake defends wearing pink nail polish. The world is becoming homophobic. Look at that. He didn't say the world is anti-Black. He didn't say the world is anti-FBA. He didn't say the world is out to get us. We are harmed in these streets, numerically and statistically the most, have been for 400, 500 years. All right. The last hired, the first fired. Oh, no. Canadian rapper defended his pink manicure after fellow rapper Lil Yachty commented on his appearance. So now he wants to talk about injustices, right? This is what he's doing, family. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Drake defended his pink manicure after Lil Yachty commented on his appearance. The 36-year-old rapper, and by the way, let me say this to everybody as well. Drake is 36 years old, all right? This man is 36 years old, and he still makes TikTok videos. He still makes TikTok dances. A lot of people just assume Drake is like 26. Drake is 36 years old. Drake is an 80s baby. Drake done seen every form of racism out there since the 1980s. He knows damn well what's going on in the community. He knows damn well what we go through. He's just silent. Now, he ain't silent when it comes to braiding his hair. It ain't silent when it comes to putting braids in his kid's hair. It ain't silent when he throws around the N-word. He throws around the N-word like a goddamn Frisbee. He throws it every song, N-word this and an N-word that and da-da-da-da-da. He do that all the time. So he watches Black culture. But let me tell you something, family. If you watch Black culture, but you don't comment on Black oppression, then you are a tether. I don't give a damn if you have FBA, full FBA. And we're going to come up with a name for that tonight. We're going to end all the confusion. Is he, ain't he? He's half, no, we don't know. Trust me, tonight, all the whole family in the chat, we're going to find a name for these half FBA full tethers. Yes, we are. The 36-year-old tether, whose real name is Aubrey Drake Graham, recently posted several behind-the-scenes images. Boy, that man put them behind the scenes. Several behind-the-scenes images, okay, from his, it's all a blur tour, which kicked off, who gives a fuck? How about that? Which kicked off. I don't mind, we don't talk, rather in your thoughts, rather be on top of your list. What ifs, what ifs, what ifs. Okay, whatever the fuck. This is with him. That's what he put when he had his nails out, right? All right, here we go. Check this out, family. Everybody starts clowning him. Everybody's like, what the hell is that? He said, which wasn't long ago now, and I think about it, this is what Drake added, all right? Wait, is the world homophobic? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me get that first quote. This is what he said, all right? He said, get out my comments. Now he mad. Oh, by the way, fam, he wrote this in caps, so you know he mad, right? He said, get out my comments. This is all from negative comments, right? Get out my comments. You told me to paint my nails, so stop biting them. So somebody told him to start painting his nails so he would stop biting them. Okay, so you paint your nails in pink. Man, you could have did lavender. Goddamn. Do off green. Do teal. Goddamn. So you painted your nails in pink so you stop biting your nails. You looked over every other goddamn color in the goddamn coloring book, in the crayon box. You picked pink. And then you jumped on the internet to say, quit getting in my comments talking negative. You told me to do it. He sounded a lot like that Jason Lee. He sounded like a moistocrat. Next, he's going to say, vote Kamala. He done ran that before, too. Get out my comments. You told me to paint my nails, so I stopped biting them. Now the world is being homophobic for the first time since Rich Flex. All right. Then he says, which wasn't that long ago now, I think about it. Wait, is the world homophobic? Notice, family, that when it came down to that community, when it came down to talking about things they may deal with, then all of a sudden he turns into, well, maybe there are problems out here in the world. That's kind of wrong now. He ain't even said that about us. So think about it, family. That article and this whole nail painting thing, that article right there, family, was literally 3 weeks ago. So he said more about Starburst within the last 3 weeks than he has said about foundational Black Americans or Black people in a lifetime. Let me say that one more time, run that back, double back. He said more about Starburst in 3 weeks than he's ever said about Black people in a whole lifetime. You goddamn right your ass getting G-checked. But I'll tell you what he did say about us. He said, I had you whipped and chained like American slaves. Look at that right there, fam. He got the nails now. Now look at the top. Look at the top. He got pink nails and he got a state property. See, state property. That's Black American culture right there. State Property was a rap group with Rockefeller Records, Beanie Siegel, and Freeway, and that was taken off of state property, which typically are black people who are taken from their homes. That go back to Kamala Harris. You can go back to the truancy and the receipt that we dropped earlier. You got the truancy from Kamala Harris, which locks up black kids. Black kids end up becoming state property. State Property is a rap group, and it all leads with Drake wearing a goddamn state property jacket with braids and some pink fingernails. I got receipts today. That's how we do things. Now, it's funny though, family. He will sit there and he'll show you that. He'll sit there and he'll speak on that type of time, right? But when it came to our slave trade, things that we dealt with, notice how he threw in America. That's what I want the family to speak on. Notice he threw in America, family. He said, whipped and chained like American slaves. Y'all go listen to the song right now. It's got SZA. Somebody said in there, is SZA FBA? I don't know. SZA honestly looks like a swirler. I'll be honest with you. In about 5 years, SZA's going to be with Bobby. All right. She's going to be with Bobby or Johnny or Ken. She might even be with a Karen. Okay. But notice that she didn't say nothing either. Now, mind you, SZA was running around here woke SZA. She taking SZA from 5%ers in the Wu-Tang Clan, the Jizza and the RZA. So she don't mind using Jizza, RZA, running with that whole 5%er thing. But at the same time, this man get on her song and disrespect the slaves. She don't say nothing. People were saying that all the time. Because personally, if you really certified, you're going to say, take that shit off the song. She didn't say nothing. She said, good, great song, put it out. So we're going to go ahead and hold her ass accountable. Mind you, family, for every single off-coded person that gets invited to the barbecue, you always have somebody who is the escort. They escort them in. You have the Negro escort that walks in everybody. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know the guy who brings Karen to the barbecue and he walks her in and escorts her. When everybody's saying, why the hell is she here? He says, man, well, why y'all care now? You love who you love. Drake has basically been getting you loved who you loved for the last 15, 20 years. Let's be real. But we calling it out because this is a new era. Once again, the African Americans, let it slide. The African Americans wrote passes. Foundational Black Americans, we G-check. Big difference. So you had this whole song and he threw in American slaves. That's what I want everybody to focus on. What importance was putting American slaves in that phrase for? Why did he put American slaves, family? Why did he say that? I want everybody to really break that down. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because when he used that term slave, he didn't want to piss nobody off. So he made sure he let the world know, oh, I'm talking about the Black Americans, FBA. This is FBA. He's talking about FBA. American slaves are FBA. I am a descendant of American slaves, which makes me a foundational Black American. You are a descendant of American slaves, which makes you a foundational Black American. So when he makes a whack-ass metaphor about American slaves being whipped and chained, he's talking about our ancestors. Mind you, family, remember when I just had everybody right there pull up and put all of your grandparents where they're from? He's talking about them. Not only is he talking about the grandparents that we spoke of, he's talking about the generation before. Mind you, family, when you start talking about our ancestors, you're not talking about grown people all the time. See, since we are of their offspring, we assume all of our ancestors were all 40 years old. You're talking about children. Y'all seen the picture with the babies picking cotton? When you look at slavery, let me ask you a question. When you see slavery pictures, do you see a bunch of people who are all adults? Or do you see adults? Do you see elderly people? Do you see kids? So when you make that comment about my ancestors and your ancestors, you're talking about babies. You're talking about people who were born into this. If the world ain't going to take reparations serious, if the world ain't going to take slavery serious, we going to, and we going to kick that goddamn door in the process. We going to make everybody. And that's what it is with this era. Y'all notice that. They were trying to make slavery something that we just didn't talk about. They were trying to reduce the seriousness of slavery since slavery. And we are the first era, and that's why I say this is the best generation. We're the first era that made reparations and made slavery important. Everybody talk that. They talk about make America great again. We made slavery important because they were trying to make sure that slavery was something that was forgotten. They talked about the civil rights era. They talked about Martin Luther King, but they didn't really talk about slavery. Why they didn't do that? Why? Why they didn't talk about slavery? I'm going to tell you why they didn't talk about slavery, because they want you to forget it. Y'all know everybody else, including people that Drake is related to, I'm going there. People that Drake is related to, it's never forget. For our ancestors in slavery, it was get over it. And we're the first era to point that out, and we're the first era to say, no, slavery built this country. As a matter of fact, there's nothing more significant and important to this country than slavery. For every foundation, you have to have an architect, and we are the architects. We built this country from scratch. We did it during the worst conditions. Family, do you understand that we dealt with anti-black racism and built the goddamn country in the process, you know you exceptional when you build the greatest country of all time and you did it through racism. You did it through slavery. We didn't build this country while there was no slavery, while there was no racism. We had to deal with supremacy, racism, slavery, and, you know, just kind of built the country in the meantime. Other communities and other groups, they couldn't build a country as great as this country, even when they ain't got nothing to deal with. We dealt with everything and still made it. That's why they don't want to give us reparations, because they understand we flip reparations same way we flip this country. You know you exceptional, you know you excellent, you know you some bad motherfuckers when you can deal with slavery and build the greatest country in the world in the process. We didn't do it 20 years apart, 20 decades apart, 50 years apart, simultaneously. Slavery and building America. You know we bad. That's what we are. So for somebody to say, I had you whipped and chained like slaves, that's basically spitting on all of our ancestors' face, family. Every last one of them. And if we won't tolerate that from a Tether, we damn sure ain't going to tolerate that from Drake. Point blank, period. Look at some of the excuses, family. Let's go back. All the time, there's these people who come out and they say all these things about our culture, and a lot of people give them that escort, they give them passes, and they let it slide. We not going for that, not in this era, not in this time, not in this day, family. That ain't the type of stuff that we're on. Check this out, though, family. He threw in American slaves because he wanted to let everyone know, I'm disrespecting the FBA. Everyone else is cool. Let me translate that, okay? Let me give you some of that Black Alpha certified translation. He said, American slaves. He put the emphasis on American. Y'all notice that? That man specifically said American slaves. He didn't just say whipped and chained like slaves. That would have still rhymed. It would still fit in the song. It would have still worked. Why was the emphasis on putting American in there? Why did he feel the need that he had to say American slaves? He could have easily just said whipped and chained like slaves. You know why he didn't say that? Because slaves, that would apply to a lot of different people. And he was like, no. I don't mean anybody else. I'm disrespecting FBA. He made it clear he disrespecting us and only us. He didn't want to upset nobody else. He didn't want to make nobody else angry. He didn't want to make nobody else feel some type of way. So he went out of his way to disrespect FBA so he can cover his ass. I said it. That's what he did. Ain't nobody done. Boy, they can't pull none on us. FBA see your ass from a mile away. We see you. We see you. You ain't going to get none of that off on us. I know why you threw American in there. You could have easily just said slave. Family, do I say I'm going to go buy an American hat? I'm going to go drive my American car. Let me go get me some American shoes. I'm going to go to American Walmart and go get me some American bottled water so I can wear my American black shirt and I can talk to you on my American computer. Who the fuck would say that? So why the fuck did you throw American in there? You threw American in there because you were directly, specifically talking down on us and you got bold with our ancestors, but you ain't want to piss nobody else off. We see you. We got receipts all day long, family. All day long. You could have easily just said slave, but you made sure to put American in there. That's what happened. And family, yes, indeed, we working, we build it. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect his lineage. Ain't nobody. I put my life on the line. I put my heart and soul in this shit. Nobody's gonna disrespect our lineage. I remember a time when nobody talked about our lineage. I remember a time when no one respected our lineage. And for us to do more in 5 years than they did in the last 50 years, that is exceptional. And we can only do that with y'all and with me, with all of us together. I ain't nothing without y'all. Ain't nobody in here bigger than anybody. We all move as one. And as we move as one, we move motherfuckers out the way who disrespect the lineage. Listen to some of these excuses. Mind you, I put up the tweet earlier. That's what I put up, family. That's my tweet. Look at some of the responses this was just in my response, okay? This is in the comment section to the tweet that I made earlier, family. Look at some of these excuses right here. Listen to what this person said. This is what we talk about. That's why I say, family, we got to G-check the person who goes off code, and we got to G-check the person who condones it, the person who gives it a pass, and the person who escorts it. Listen to this. Some person, I don't even know who this person is, whoever. Many more rappers have said things pertaining to slavery in their songs. What's the problem? Listen to that. Listen to it as if we don't call them out. Listen to the excuses, family. I got a couple more. I took some screenshots. This is all brand new. I did this today. This is off the presses. New Black Media, Black Grassroots, Certified Activist, Black Alpha Network. Smash that like button. This person, whoever this person is, all right, whoever this person is, said many more rappers have said things pertaining to slavery in their songs. So what's the problem? So basically, this person said, y'all do it too. That type of shit ain't gonna fly. Take that shit back to the African American. Jesse Jackson will talk to you. Al Sharpton will talk to you. Certified Black Society ain't talking to you. Hell no. And salute to my brother under that. He said, where your family from? G-Check. Salute to you, brother, whoever you are. If you watching this episode, salute to you. Hit him with that where your family from. Hit him with that where your family from. It don't fucking matter. That's what I'm talking about. This person is already making excuses, saying, well, other rappers said things about slavery, so it's okay if Drake does it. How about his ass off code and everybody else is off code? How about we gonna G-check him, we gonna G-check the other people. We multitask. That is what we do on the certified side. That is excuse giver number one. We got more excuses, family, and they get even worse. Y'all think that's the bad one. Man, it even get worse than that. These folks is out here bending over backwards. Mind you, remember this, family. Remember when Eminem was caught on camera and the tapes came out of him disrespecting black women. It was known. The tapes came out. You literally heard this man saying it. All of these off-code clowns were out there making excuses for Eminem. They was like, well, he was young and he didn't mean it and he just said what he said. Matter of fact, a lot of people rather went after, because the tapes came out from Benzino, Ja Rule, and Irv Gotti. And a lot of people were more into dissing Ja Rule and Irv Gotti than they were on getting Eminem for disrespecting our sisters. I remember, I was young, but I had my hand up. I was like, I don't give a damn about Irv Gotti or Ja Rule. I could give a damn. What about them tapes? But people got more mad at folks exposing Eminem than they got mad at Eminem for saying it. And what happened? Hush, hush, Eminem went on, and that's why Eminem today is saying he'd be the best rapper if he was black. Simple as that. That's what I'm saying. This is what happens when you don't give people that work. This is what happens when you leave things not G-check. Don't let them get away. Don't let them get away. You got to give it to them. You got to catch that work. Now, listen to this excuse right here. This is another excuse, family. I'm telling you, these are the same people that were excusing Eminem. These are people out here excusing Drake. Only difference is this was Eminem's era back in the day. This is Drake's era. Someone said, no one could deny he is FBA, nationality, ethnicity, and race, the Trinity. First off, he's not nationality. Oh, we'll get to that. FBA is not a self-declared whimsical thing like a religion. Okay. This person, that's what they responded to me. Okay, they responded to that. That's what they say in the Black Alpha. This is what they putting in the thing. Okay. So now this person is doing exactly what we can expect, family. We always expect this. They're always going to hit us with the he's FBA. It's the same reason why Candace Owens says, I'm black. All right. It's the same reason why OJ Simpson said, I'm black. Well, he said, I ain't black. I'm OJ. So, you know, he was fucked up. Roland Martin says, I'm black. They always use that. Remember, never let, this is from Black Alpha. This is my quote. Never let somebody flash their black skin so they can get in. All right. Black skin is used as a badge to go off code for a lot of people. They only get access to us by saying that they're black. Once they identify as black, they feel that they can say anything. This is why we G-check people's actions, their thoughts, the way they move. All right. Somebody's going to come around right now. They'll be 3 shades darker than midnight. And they're going to be W is hell up here. All right. They're going to be so off-coded up here. So we got to start G-checking that. And that's the same thing that happens with Drake. They always use his father. They say, well, his father is FBA. I don't give a fuck. All right. All right. I don't care. I don't care if his daddy, I don't give a damn if his daddy was in the greatest goddamn rock band, jazz band. I don't give a damn if his father was a goddamn 5%er. His dad, him, anybody who goes off code got to get G-checked. We can't allow him to come around here and talk that bullshit. It ain't happening. It ain't going to fly. Not this day, not this time, not this era. So watch out for all the Drake's FBA. If Drake is so FBA, how come it only comes up when he goes off code? How come? How come it only comes up when he goes off code? No one ever talks about Drake being FBA on the positive. All right. And at the end of the day, if you are of the lineage, but you ain't of the lineage up here, then your ass on that ops list. We've been doing this for a long goddamn time. Check out this excuse right here, family. This is another one. And why on earth would Drake, check this one out. This is the worst one. I saved the best for last, okay? Why on earth would Drake respect black males who have never valued or respected themselves, never mind black women or black children? But if this isn't disingenuous BS, fine. Let's all suspend our disbelief. Black males, come get your biracials. Family, I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. That's what we said, family. Let me run that back. Let me run that back. Let me run that back. Let me put that on the big one for y'all to see that. This person said, and why on earth would Drake respect black males who have never valued or respected themselves? Never mind black women or black children. So now this person is trying to use the swirler excuse. So in this whole episode, family, we seen the FBA is a hate group excuse. We seen the y'all don't like us excuse, y'all divisive excuse. Now we seeing the swirler. Y'all know it would not be hating on us if people did not pull out the damn swirler excuse, the damn black men, the damn divester excuse. Y'all knew it was coming, right? And here it is. And this person said, if this isn't disingenuous BS, how is it disingenuous when we literally quoting his lyrics? This is what he said. They don't like when you use those words. They said, let's all suspend disbelief. Black males, come get your biracials. Family, 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 brothers, sisters, kings, queens, goddess, and gods. You know the divester excuse was coming. You know they was just lurking around. They was waiting to get involved, and there they go. They came in and they got involved. So, family, you already know what type of time they was on. See, that's the thing about us. We know what they about to do before they do it, and that's what they don't like. You feel me? They don't like the fact that we can call it out and then it happens. That's something. It's one thing to call somebody out. It's one thing to know they're about to do some shit, but then it's a whole nother thing, family, when you say they're going to do it and then they do it. Now, they got to live with the fact that FBA not only G-checked their ass in the process, they also got to live with the fact that FBA told them we was going to G-check them, and then we did it anyway. It's like playing basketball, family, and you're going to say, I'm going to shoot this three with my eyes closed, nothing but net, and then you shoot that motherfucker with your eyes closed, and it's nothing but net. It's predictable, and that's what we be doing. Check this person out right here, family. This person was mad at me too, boy. They was mad, boy. Black Alpha pissed this person off. Whoever this person's name, whoever they are, this person right here. Okay, check this out. Listen to this excuse. This is the he didn't mean bad excuse, right? This is the they not all bad. Here we go. Okay, I think I understand the outrage now. And I'm not defending him whatsoever, which means he's about to defend him whatsoever. But is this really a diss? I feel like he had to rhyme with other words before this. And it's not like he said we was lazy or anything. He literally proved why we need reparations. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Take that whack, lame, busted ass excuse somewhere else. King of adversity, queen of adversity. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. This person literally just said, is this really a diss? He did it because he had the rhyme with the words on the rap song, Hibbity Bebop, what's up, dog? Going down the street in my 6'4". Get the fuck out of here. You better try that shit on somebody else. I told y'all they still living in the African-American POC minority era. This is certified black society era. Big things, big things. And then the person said, and it's not like he said we was lazy. Uh-oh. So he said, whip and chain the slaves, disrespect the lineage, but it's all okay because he didn't say we were lazy. And then the person at the end tried to throw in reparations. If that ain't some backdoor, backhanded, reverse psychology trying to trick us, we don't fall for that. There was a time, there was a day when you would say that, Al Sharpton would come, Jesse Jackson would come, Bill Clinton to show up, play the goddamn saxophone, all right? Kamala Harris to show up with some fake-ass collard greens, work with certain people, but it don't work on us. The only thing that works for us is being exceptional, being excellent, and being certified. Black society. Family, with that said, we've been roasting them now for about 3 hours, man. Y'all already know what type of time it is. We could roast them for another 3 because they're always going to pop up. And whenever they pop up, we're going to be there waiting on their ass. That's the way we do things. But Aubrey, Drake, I know you threw American in there because you want to disrespect us specifically because you scared to disrespect anybody else. Y'all remember Kyrie Irving last year? Y'all remember Kyrie? Kyrie didn't even do anything they got on him, all right? The apologies, Dave Chappelle, all this stuff, the black man, Bill Cosby, always got to apologize, right? Nobody ever has that type of stuff for us. People just come around us and they disrespect us clearly out in the open. They're very slick. They're very disingenuous. So if they're going to try to make us get canceled, they're going to hate on us. They're going to show all this type of shade for foundational black Americans. Then what are we going to do? We're going to match that fucking energy. We're going to match that energy. So if you got a problem with a black woman, you got a problem with a black man, then we going to G-check y'all. What did they do to our sister Sha'Carri Richardson, right? Remember last year? Oh, she's bad. She smokes weed. Suspend her, disqualify her. And what did she do? She bounced back. She bounced all the way back. And now she's smoking all their asses. And FBA, we stood by her the whole time. FBA, we stood by her the whole goddamn race. We stood by her the same time they were disrespecting her, the same time they were trying to talk down on her. We said we're going to hold our sister down in the process. And now look. And it's the same exact story time and time again. They disrespect FBA, and the only people who got FBA's back are other FBA. So if you're looking for a king, you're looking for a queen, you're looking for a goddess, it's right here. Go look in the mirror because you've been one since you were born. People like Drake, non-FBAs, tethered. Oh, whoa. I almost got up out of here. Family, let me ask y'all a question. Oh, damn, I'm tripping. We can't get up out of here without that. We got 441 people in here. Smash that like button. Everybody subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. This is the way we do things. Let me ask y'all a question. What do we call somebody who is half FBA, full tether? All right? Someone who's a full tether and half FBA. What are we going to call people like Drake? We're going to put this all in. We ending this tonight. We ending this tonight, family. What do we call these people? I need the family. We in here deep. Smash that like button, family. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all know me. I don't get tired. It's been 100 million miles per second. Top drop down on the highway the whole episode. No brakes. What do we call them? What do we call them, family? What do we call somebody who is a tether and somebody who is half FBA? We gonna end all that. I'm FBA too. If you thought that was gonna work tomorrow, that shit is over. It may you are anti-FBA with your thoughts, your words, and your whack-ass raps. Yes, that was a whack-ass rap. Yes, indeed. And he probably ain't even goddamn. We gonna leave that alone. Listen, what do we call those people, family? A leech. Hold on. Let's see right here. Where we go? Oh, we're gonna put them up. Right there. Right there. Okay, leech. I like that one. I like that. There we go. What, right there, Kamala. What we gonna call that? There we go. Wannabe. Right there. False flagger. Dope. Right there. Oh, what is that? Tragic tetherings. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Yes, indeed. Traitors. Yes, indeed. Sellout. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Legion ass tell. This is what you get. You better go find somebody else. We serious up in here. You better go find somebody else. We ain't playing. You gonna get that FBA smoke. Y'all see this? Look at this right here. This that FBA smoke. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You see that over here, we ain't writing passes. We ain't condoning. We ain't escorting. We regulate. Look at all the energy in here tonight. Look at all the energy we got. Look at it right now. Anybody who's a disbeliever, I bet your ass gonna wake up today. This is what happens when FBA get on you. This is what happens when you disrespect our ancestors. This is what happens when you make a whack-ass rap and you disrespect the lineage. You get G-checked and you get roasted, and you get G-checked and roasted by the best of the best. All of us in certified Black society. Right there. I was gonna say that. Right there. Feather. So, hey, what we talking about? A half FBA and a full tether. Is that a feather? Or how about this one? I got another one. How about a half FBA and a full tether? Is that a Heather? Do we got Ken, Karen, Becky, and a Heather? Is he a Heather? Is that what it is? We're going to say, shut up, Heather. So we got a Heather, we got a feather. I like that. Boy, that's cold. Boy, y'all cold out here in these streets. Y'all cold out here in these streets. Boy, anybody listening to this, make sure you got the live chat on. I like that feather. Oh, that feather dope. A Heather. Trans FBA. I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all. I can't. Oh, man. Half read. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There you go, Cool Keezy. Oh, what up, Cool Keezy? What up, bro? All day. Yes, indeed. Oh, Heifer. I saw we got Heather. I see somebody put Heifer, a tragedy. Let's go. Heather the Feather. We might have one, y'all. We might have one. Heather the Feather. Y'all better go play with somebody else. Don't play with certifieds. You might get your feelings hurt. You might get your feelings. Hey, go argue with your mama up there in Canada, homeboy. Because you can't step in FBA lane, man. It's too serious for you. You can't handle it. I like feather too. All right. Feather is cool. Okay, I like feather. I'm seeing some feathers. I like it, brother. I think we got a couple feathers up in here. Anchor, I like that too. Oh, man, y'all got some smoke. Damn. Yes, indeed. Man did blackface. That man did blackface and they wrote him a pass. That man got braided. Y'all notice when he went and had his little child that he was hiding, right? This man lived a fake life. I'm telling you, all of these feathers, all right? All these feathers and heathers, all these Heather feathers, they all live fake lives. What's the whole denominator between Kamala and Drake? This whole episode, we done demolished the cosplayers. Tether, Heather, Kamala, Drake. What's the one denominator amongst all of them that we completely regulated tonight? Is that they live fake lives. They fake about their political campaigns. They fake about their raps. They fake about who they were with, Willie Brown, and then Drake's woman. They hide their children, all right? Kamala hides hers. They fake about what they say. They fake about their shoes, their clothes, their braids. They fake about everything. So anytime you're starting to deal with a feather or a heather, what you end up dealing with are people who are fake, people who are completely counterfeit, people who are completely disingenuous, and people who cannot come around us because we are too certified for that. Right there. Oh, boy, y'all still got them, boy. Woo! The Maple Leaf. Yes, indeed. There we go. So when you're dealing with people who are fake, you're dealing with people who lie, you're dealing with people who cannot come around FBA. If you got to lie around FBA, that means you don't belong around FBA. And if you do not belong around FBA, that means that FBA is far too strong and out of your goddamn league. And we've been proving we are out of everybody's league. Yes, indeed. So from Kamala to Heather Drake, it lets the whole world know that foundational Black Americans have a tight grip on our lineage. Foundational Black Americans have a tight grip on our culture. And if you disrespect it, whether that's wearing Converse, whether that's wearing braids, whether that's saying you're not going to give us reparations, or that is you saying you whip people like American slaves. If you do any of those, all of the above, or anything else that even looks like it's off code, trust and believe, Black Alpha Network, Certified Black Society, and everybody in the chat, we going to get with you and we going to see about it. That part. All right, family, we're going to shut it on down, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We've been going hard, going strong. Thanks for everybody who's pulled up. I love everybody with a passion. Thanks for the FBA roll call, man. One love, one salute to everybody. I hope your family's good. I hope you're good. Hope you get into the money, man, and just living a prosperous life. Mind you, family, we don't walk with our head down. We walk with our head to the sky. You feel me? And we walk around with that ancestral presence. By the time we got here, by the time we were born, family, we were already winners. That's the beautiful thing. A lot of people can't say that, family. They can't say that they were winning when they showed up. We can't. We were winning when we showed up. And that's a beautiful thing. That's something that they can never relate to. That's something they can never latch on to, but that's okay. They're them and we're us. They're going to be over there and they're going to be completely counterfeit. We're going to be certified. All right. They're going to be over there. They're going to be completely artificial and we're going to be authentic. They're going to be over there completely fake like Drake and we're going to be completely real. That's the way we were born. That's the way we were raised. And it's all in us every day, all day, and twice on Sundays. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Tap in, family. I'm telling you, we coming, we coming, we coming. I appreciate everybody who's been hitting me up, telling me they love the comment. They love the content. They've been commenting, telling me all the love. I appreciate it. We are real activists out here. We're real activists. We do real activist work. We work for the people. You feel me? It's good that we sit here and we talk and we communicate, but I promise you, family, y'all, a lot of y'all have met me in person. I've been out here really with people, man. We're doing real activist work. As it gets cold out here, we're going to definitely be out here trying to feed some people, foundational Black Americans. Everybody else looks out for their people. We're going to look out for our people, okay? Meaning if you ain't FBA, you ain't getting no bag, you ain't getting no goddamn goods, you ain't getting no hat, you ain't getting nothing. I got to serve my people because the world want to hate my people. You hate my people, I love my people, then we're going to have a goddamn problem. So we're going to be out here. You're going to see me really in the streets, helping the people, trying to feed the people, clothing, all of the above. Same way I was down in Jacksonville covering the story. I'm not leaving until my people get the real story. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to stay on that type of time, man. I promise y'all. Smash that like button. We are real activists at work. We're not talkers. We move. All right. We don't just speak about it. We be about it. So I appreciate the love from the whole family, man. Y'all know I do. And y'all know every single episode, I make sure y'all know that I love y'all with a passion. It'll never stop. It grows. It gets stronger every single day. And that means for every last one of y'all, man. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods, we are the best above all. So y'all stay safe. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay vigilant. We are one tonight. Let us be one in the future. Power to all of our people. And y'all always remember, without a shadow of a doubt, and I say this every episode, and I'm going to say it again, man. Black is beautiful. And y'all know that foundational Black American is beautiful and it's always Black. One love.